I'm on. Yes, people. Welcome back to another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A before, it's where you lot in the comments run the show. You get to ask us any sporting question, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it may be NFL. Get your questions in, people. Get your questions in, your sporting questions. If you are a member of the channel as well, your question takes priority like a super chat, people. So if you ask a question and you are a member, I will star that question and I will get to the message. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. And please make sure, as always, whether you're watching this live right now, whether you're watching this back, whether you're new, whether you're a regular, hit the like button on the video. Let's bump up them likes, people. Let's bump up the likes. Please share this across all the socials as well. The links for everything Sarcasm City TV is underneath in the description, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you make sure you hit the notification bell when you subscribe. It is road to 5K. We have Timo in the building. We also have Jez in the building. Timo, what are you telling me? You good?
Good people.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while, so thank you guys for joining as well. I didn't realize United won today as well. So I fell asleep though most of the day.
Yeah. I bet if we lost though, you would know that we had played today, innit?
Yeah. No. I didn't expect you guys to lose anyway. So it's Burnley. We lose to Burnley anyway.
Hey, trust me, if we had lost, the numbers would be triple what they are right now. There would have been 50 people waiting if we would have lost that game today. Guaranteed. Jez is in the building as well, another regular. Jez, what are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Wasting.
Oh, bless, man. Oh, bless. Looking forward to the show. See how things go. Big up to Steve in the chat already, who says yes, people in the flawless voice. Big up to C1 in the cut as well, says big up. Steve, we'll get to it now, says, are you going to be disappointed if Manchester United don't at least make the Carabao Cup final? Absolutely. The only thing I would accept is drawing City and losing to them. Not even accept. The only thing I'd understand. And if it's a one-off game, I'd be more disappointed. If we draw them in the semi-final and it's two-legged, long day. Long day. But if we draw them in the next round or we draw them in the final, then I'd be extremely disappointed if we don't get at them. Yeah, go on, Timo. Go on.
You want the Man City for the special occasion, isn't it?
Yo, you really trying to annoy me, innit? This guy.
I miss Basie, man. I miss Basie. I'm sorry.
Basie will be back in the new year, people. You know what I'm saying? And Stats, Facts, and Vibes will be back in the new year. This guy talking about special occasion. I want Liverpool to win tomorrow. That's what it is. Today, should I say, technically, because the game's today. I want Liverpool to pick up that win. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So, yes, to answer your question, Steve, yes, if United don't make the final, I'd be disappointed. Unless we draw. Obviously, I'd be disappointed, but if we lose to City, I understand that more because they're a better side than what we are. Well, hopefully, Liverpool will do the business tomorrow. But two-legged against them will be a long day. Will be a very, 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 very long day. Big up the man, them says Malcolm. Big up to you. Yeah, I forgot to say as well, people, the title is Manchester United get past Burnley in the Carabao Cup. Very efficient performance. Very, very, very efficient performance from Manchester United, I would say. Not great, but one, we didn't look like we lacked much fitness. Two, we didn't look like we lacked much sharpness. And three, we created chances as well. We scored the 2 goals. Garnacho had a couple good chances. Martial had a good chance as well. McTominay did. Like, we looked a threat going forward. Yes, it's a championship side, but I was expecting the game to be slow and lethargic. And I have to give Burnley credit because people have been talking about how Burnley have played well in Rotata and have looked good, but they came and attacked. Like, they tried it. You know what I'm saying? They tried it. Am I lagging or anything? Or am I good? Am I good?
Oh, you're good.
All right, cool. I was just making sure. Would you rather lose to a Manchester City derby or a much weaker opponent like Charlton? They're both losses, Steve. A loss is a loss. The only thing that makes it worse is the banter you will receive. But whether Manchester United, if we lose to City or we lose to Charlton, I'm going to get bantered. Would the banter be worse with Charlton? Yes. Yeah. It would be. Hold up. I think I'm lagging a little bit. Let me close down one of these tabs. Hold up. I don't know what's going on. This shit moving slow. Yo, you lot, let me know in the chat if I'm moving slow. I'm not lagging. It's just on my end then. It looks like I'm lagging. Never mind. Ignore me. But yeah, a loss is a loss, Steve. If we lose to Charlton or we lose to City, Timo and Jez in the chat are going to be here to run jokes. Regardless. Man are running jokes. Man are running
I can't be asked for those jokes anyways. I don't even watch Tottenham like that anymore.
Well, not so much you, but I'm saying if United lost. If United lose today, whether it was to Burnley or we get knocked out by City in the next round, people are going to run jokes and run bans.
I mean, if you lose to City, it's not as bad as you would think. Like, okay, it's Man City, innit? Like, it depends what Man City put up, though. If Man City put up a second team, then you could arguably say like, you get bantered if you lose. But if you lose if they put a full team, then you know what, it is what it is, isn't it? Like at least like lose by 1-0. Maybe you make if you make a lot of chances, but you still lose 1-0, then there's a different conversation. It depends.
Yeah, agreed. Like 110%. Like it's if we get battered, getting battered, say 6-3 by City is as bad as going out to Charlton 1 or 2-0. They're both losses. None of them really make. I'm thick-skinned. Banter doesn't bother me. Like for those that are long watchers of Sarcasm City, I was here after we lost to Villarreal, which is probably the most embarrassing defeat we've had since I've been content creating. I was here. You know what I'm saying? I was here that day. I was here the day after. I was here the day after that. And I knew it was going to be peak. Like, as soon as the game finished, I was like, I'm about to get cooked. There was 30 people waiting. There was 30, 40 people waiting in the chat before we went live, people. Not we was live for 15 minutes and it went up to 30, 40. Before I went glow live, people was waiting. Same way today, I said it to Taza, shout out to Taza on the watch along. Yo, the numbers would be much more. As soon as United go back, look on the channel, people. Look at Manchester United watch alongs and look at what does most numbers. Look at what is all losses. The Brentford game, the Brighton game, the Manchester City game. Guarantee that's 3 of our top 5 watch-alongs for Manchester United this season. Because people come here and expect me, Taza, Eddie to be losing our shits. But then when they realize they don't, they move on. Like even Lewis has said it before. Lewis legit said that. He was like, I clicked on Sarcasm City and he was like, crap, I'm in the wrong place. And then he'll go watch Said if he's doing a watch-along. He'll go watch another content creator who's going to be wilding out. I don't get stressed like that. And this is why I've said already this season, and I've said in past seasons as well, if Manchester United make it to a European final, I will not do a watch-along. Because that is the time I will lose my shit. Like that Villarreal game, if I was streaming that, I probably would have got the channel cancelled. Probably, with what I was saying, I would have got the channel because I was cursing the entire time, the entire game. And I've said this before, I will never do Manchester United in a European final, and I would never do another English team in the Champions League final watch along. So I wouldn't do a Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, City. I've said that this season in the Champions League. If it's 2 non-Premier League sides, I'll do a watch along. If an English side makes it, I'm not doing a watch along. Because I'm not being on and seeing Chelsea lift the trophy, Champions League, or Liverpool, or City, or Spurs, or in the Europa League. Say United get knocked out and Arsenal make it to the final. Or it's Arsenal versus United. I'm not doing it. If it's 2 non-European sides, I'll probably do a watch along. People are like, yeah, it does record breaking them. Nah, I can't. I'd lose my shit. Like for the first time, you lot would see me uncomposed. Because that's all to play for at that point. Even the Carabao Cup final, if Manchester United make it, I'm debating. And that's the Carabao Cup. I might not do a watch along for it.
Because you're going. It depends if you got tickets, you go.
I ain't getting no ticket for that. No chance. You know what I'm saying? No chance. If United make a Carabao Cup final, I had no chance of getting a ticket. No chance. No prayer. No prayer. Like I said, you lot continue to get your questions in. Because the reason why on the Q&As, people, it goes everywhere is because you lot stop asking questions and then we just go on a muzzle. We do. Steve says, yeah, losing to Charlton Athletic is more embarrassing in my opinion because it don't matter the circumstances. Fairs, but there's still losses. Then it's just a question of personal pride. I'm still going to be annoyed regardless. I'll be real, you were lucky it was Burnley. Another team punished them. Garnacho missed chances. I hear that, but 1, we also missed chances too. That's why they're Burnley in the championship. No disrespect. I expect championship sides to miss chances. because they're a championship side. That's what it is. Bear in mind, we're playing Casemiro next to Lindelof with Wan-Bissaka at right back and Dubravka in goal. So it's far from our strongest defensive lineup. But yeah, Burnley should have took advantage of that. The one that Wood missed when Casemiro got caught in it. That's criminal. But then Garnacho missed 2 chances. Martial had a good chance. McTominay had a good chance. That's 4 off the top of my head. There's probably more that I can't remember. So we did like, in the end, our quality in the final third shone through. And that's why I expected. You know why? Because we're the better team. We have the better players. When I seen that front 4, I said, if this front 4 does what it's supposed to, let's throw Eriksen in that, because obviously he scored the first goal and he gets forward and is a part of the attack. Let's say that our attacking 5, they'll do the business. And that's what happened. Our attacking 5 played well enough to score 2 good goals. Bruno and Eriksen involved in the first goal, and Rashford with individual brilliance for the second. And we created a whole host of other chances as well. Say again?
I can see it as well.
Yeah? I'm feeling good about Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. I think if we get a home tie, I think we got a chance. Am I being too optimistic? Absolutely not, Steve. You could argue that Newcastle are second favourites for this competition. If somebody said Newcastle are above Manchester United and behind Manchester City, that's cool. If Liverpool knock out City, you could argue that Newcastle are favourites for this competition. Let's say Liverpool, and then another scenario, Liverpool knock out City, and then in the next round, Liverpool draw Manchester United. And Newcastle draw Charlton. Let's use that as an example. Then you're favourites to get to a semi-final. And then you look at the other teams in the competition, your Leicester's, I think Southampton are through and others. So I don't think you're being too optimistic. This is Newcastle's best chance to win a trophy all season. Same way I think this is Manchester United's best chance to currently win the league, to win a trophy this season. So no, I don't think you're too optimistic. Big up to Daredevil, says big up Flawless and everyone else. A good win as we got the job done. Kept the clean sheet and progress to the next round. Yeah, facts. Where are we at? C1 says Flawless thoughts on Sancho this season. This guy a joker. You lot continue to get your questions in as well.
No,
actually,
I do have a question. What's your thought about it? Because I've seen some criticism about Sancho this season not being played.
Yeah,
even Ten Hag. Even Ten Hag says after the press conference, like he says one word. That's it. No, like, I don't have any progress on Sancho at the moment.
Yeah, because you already mentioned what the issue is. Like Ten Hag is not a guy that's gonna go all over again. What he said before, it's well documented. What he said about Sancho.
What I would say, for it started off well, and then he didn't kick on. That's legit what it is. Started off very well, didn't kick on. And it was obviously from a Manchester United fan standpoint, it's disappointing because I rate him as a player. But then once they start saying mentally he's not right, that tells, and again, this is just me guessing, and I have to reiterate this. I don't have no inside sources. This is me from the outside looking in. Something else is going on off the pitch when you start talking mental. When they're like mentally he's not right, that means something to me is going on outside of football. I don't think he's just down about his football. The whole Instagram thing and what he did, deleting all his posts, putting out, I think he put out a story on his Instagram saying, yo, he's just trying to get right. So, and I like the fact he's over in Holland trying to put it together, which I like. But I just think, someone asked me this, I was just playing clubs, and then someone brought up Sancho. Was it on clubs? Oh no, it might have been on a watch along. Anyway, I just think he's not a wide player in 2022. Simple as that. It's a P&P game. It's an athlete's game. I want to see Sancho play central, whether that's in the 10 or false 9. Because can he shift? Is he quick? Yes. But he's not explosive. He's not P&P. He's not athletic like that.
But what the thing with the 10 thing is though, like, and then I don't know the issue with because because Sancho playing, for me, I mentioned Sancho playing in the 10, like the throwback 10s that you would have used to see in Inner. And obviously I've seen him play centrally as well for Dortmund in the 10, but he didn't really impress much in the 10 for me. Like his best work comes over his best work came off the left, and then the second best was the right. So it's with him, it's like, and like you said, I actually had this debate already before he came to England where I said it's going to be very interesting to see how he adapts to the more physical, faster league, and he's kind of struggling to kind of beat his opponents right now because he likes to take too many touches because it's the type of player he is, and I feel like essentially teams being asked to kind of like you need to have this sort of workhorse about you. Obviously, you can get away with it in certain system, but even you saw players like Thiago, they adjusted to it. Like his first season, terrible, wasn't adjusting at all playing centrally. By the second season, obviously injury problem is still there, but he adjusted way much faster to the league. And I don't know if putting Sancho centrally is the right move. Like Eriksen, obviously you have more trust costs. He's already been used to this Premier League thing. I mean, you already saw it at Tottenham. I've seen him play centrally as well, but out wide I've seen him playing as well. Like there was a time where we had to play Eriksen out wide because obviously Dele Alli was there, and he obviously had to play as well. But still, it's more of a thing of like Eriksen's experience and obviously knowing his way of how can I play at my best in this physical and strong and fast league. And this is something that Sancho has to, in my opinion, learn, because it's the thing. If you can't learn, then it's just not going to work out for you. Like I feel like any other league, I feel like he could do a good job, but here you have to involve. You need to be faster.
Yeah, what I would say is when I say play him as a 10, I don't think you could play him as a first choice 10 because I think your 10 has to be. They have to offer more. You can't have 10s who don't offer pressing and offer energy and all of those type of things. Obviously, you have to offer skill. But the reason why I say central as a false 9 because his better moments for Manchester United have been central. When you look at his goal involvements, they come from central areas. When you look at his goal against Liverpool, it's him drifting. If you look at his goal against Leicester, it's him drifting. The Europa League, he scored a good goal as well. And I'm just using goal involvements as an example, people. But there's other times in these games and other games that he's not scored where his best moments, because that's when he's at his best, giving goals in central areas. So that's what it is. And to see one who says, so you think he isn't good enough as a winger in the Premier League? No, I think he can be a good winger. What I'm saying is he is currently going down the same route as a Mahrez or a Grealish. I'm not talking in terms of talent, people. I'm talking in terms of good performances, productivity, being effective. I rate Grealish highly, but he's not a wide player in the Premier League. Again, we've seen him do play well for City. Mahrez is an even better example. We've seen him be a part of Premier League winning sides playing out there for City, but I've used Mahrez as an example. As good as he is, when he leaves City, they're not building a statue of him outside of the ground. Now, you can't tell me that if we were all debating the best wingers at Manchester City, just in terms of player and talent, Mahrez is probably the best. I think he's a better wide player than Foden. I think he's a better wide player than Sterling. I think he's a better wide player than Bernardo Silva. Who else has played out wide for City? There's others, but those three, I think he's better than as a player. Don't get me wrong, people. Jack Grealish, you can throw in the mix. I think he's better, but I'm talking productivity and what Sancho lacks, Mahrez lacks. Again, I'm not saying Sancho's better than Mahrez. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using him as an example. And the same, and Mahrez has those issues, and he's at a better club, in a better place, with a better manager, with a better system, and we see Mahrez struggle at times. We've seen Grealish go there and struggle at times. Because these men are not wide players in 2022. That doesn't mean Mahrez can't put up numbers. That doesn't mean Grealish can't play well and put up numbers. That doesn't mean Sancho can't. But this is why I'm saying it's an athlete's game. And you know the craziest part is, when I came to this scenario, when someone asked me about João Felix, that's the craziest shit. I didn't come to this scenario thinking about Sancho. Sorry to cut you off, Jess. It wasn't about Sancho. Someone asked me about João Felix. And then I was talking about João Felix and all the issues I think he could have if he came to Manchester United. I was like, this sounds like Sancho. And I said it out loud before I fought it, and I said, I hope you don't get Sancho. And I said, that sounds wild. But yeah, go on, Jess. What are you saying?
No, what I was saying is they both do draw similarities. They really do, in terms of they are nice players and they got the ability, but can you turn ability into productivity now? And funny enough, Mahrez, he was able to show productivity throughout his career in the Premier League, but as a player and talent that Mahrez is, you could have seen a lot more if teams would have been more centered around him or build around him more to get the best out of him as well. But then you have to sacrifice stuff, and Mahrez is not good enough in Pep's eyes to do something like that. I think not a lot. Like only Messi is probably good enough in Pep's eyes to do something like that. So it's a weird situation for Sancho. Like, I mean, you have to first just see how he does and comes back, and because eventually it's all up to Sancho now, to be honest. Like nobody, if it's like I said, it's a mentally issue. So it's about him getting over that. And obviously some people can get over it fast, some people take time, but nobody can fix something that is mentally wrong with you. That there's just something where you have to come through, and obviously it's a business as well. Like teams will not wait forever for you. They will support you, but they will also not wait forever for you, because there will be a time where like they say, we appreciate you, but like, and obviously we care about you, but we can also not wait for too long because we're paying you money, big wages you on as well. And it sounds harsh, but these are the type of businesses that what's it called? Clubs are, football clubs are, because at the end of the day it is a business. Like for example in Dumbledore, like we can say, because I could have said stuff like, and I had something similar where like, yes, he wasn't performing, he wasn't training well, but you also have to consider he moved to England at a young age as well. Doesn't speak the language, doesn't understand the country itself. It's only knows is football, and now you kind of asked to play differently football than what you used to know under Joseph. So, and it's of course it's an adaptation thing as well, but people disregarded this, and then it went down with his attitude as well. Instead of just giving him at least support and giving him enough time, but Sancho, I don't know. Like for me, looking from the outside, you just have to see how he does now from his own perspective. Because I don't think nobody can help him with that one. That it needs to be himself.
Yeah.
And Steve says Mahrez is absolutely phenomenal, and I agree. But what I would say, I don't think he's been absolutely phenomenal at City. That don't mean he's been bad. I think he's been great at City.
Yeah,
but that's as far as I take it. I think he's been great at City. He's been a great addition for them. I don't think he's been absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, if he left today, I don't think they build a statue of him outside the stadium. I don't think he's at the impact of, say, a Raheem Sterling there, a Kevin De Bruyne, a Bernardo Silva. Or players who people would argue maybe not so much the latter two, but definitely Sterling would say he's better than, is my point. But we'll see. Steve also says Sancho is a false nine, is a shout. Ten Hag has experimented in the past with false nines like Tadic, who was traditionally an attacking midfielder. Yeah, I like him as a false nine. I like him as a false nine.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, and yeah, C1 mentioned Sane, but I guarantee if you ask someone Sane or Mahrez, they're gonna say Mahrez is better. Is my point. That's another winger. Like Mahrez is up there in terms of just talent. If we said who's City's best winger in the Pep era, just off talent alone, people, and just player, and you can pick one, we're mostly taking Mahrez. So how come Sane, Sterling, and others have outperformed him? That ain't no shot. It's because of the way the game's going. That's all it is. But you lot continue to get your questions in as well, man.
Actually, I do have a question.
Take Harry as well. Yeah, go on, Jez. Go on.
Yeah, because I don't really want to talk about the Sancho thing for so long as well.
No, I was going to move on from it, but go on.
I saw obviously earlier top 5 creators, athletes of all time, and I saw obviously your list earlier, but I forgot to reply. I forgot who was on your list again, but I thought.
Oh, I was going to get to this. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask, like, is there any chance that in your top 5 MJ deserves to be there?
The reason why I didn't put Michael Jordan there, because someone said MJ over R9. So for those that don't know, it was a quote tweet, and it's like the Mount Rushmore, and it has 4 question marks, and it said your top 4, the 4 sportsmen that make your top 4 Mount Rushmore. So I said Ronaldinho, R9, Floyd Mayweather, Usain Bolt. And people will say MJ. The reason why I didn't say MJ is because I didn't watch MJ live. If I watch MJ live, he probably gets there. I'm a kid when MJ is going back to back in finals. What did he do? Was it 93 to 96 and then 90? So it was
yeah,
wait, so was it from 1993 to 96, and then from 98 to 2000, or 99 to 96 to 99?
Wasn't it from 90? I thought it was from 92 or 93. Either one of that. This was when it started to 98.
Okay, so we're saying
because he left.
Yeah, he took a gap in. But where was the gap? So what was the first 3 years that he went back to back?
Let me go and check it.
Let me have a look. I think it's 90.
Obviously, I don't know exactly the number it was. But
we'll get this right.
I mean, the comments low-key know it as well, so I'm checking right now.
Hold on.
Yeah. It's calm, no stress. While they do that, you man, make sure you hit the like button.
1996 to 1998.
So that was the first time he went back to back, right?
Three-peat, yeah.
That was the second time he three-peated. Sorry, the first time he three-peated was. So I'm a kid. 91 to 93, I'm a baby, people. 96 to 98, I'm a kid, and I'm not watching basketball. So the only reason why MJ probably doesn't make my Mount Rushmore is just the age thing. But then you could argue that for Maradona. You could argue that for Pele. You could argue that for, trying to think, Carl Lewis. Could argue that for Muhammad Ali. I bet if I asked my mom, my dad, uncles, aunts, your Mount Rushmore of sportsmen, your top 4 sportsmen ever, guaranteed, Ali probably makes it. I can't say that because I didn't watch Ali, so I'm just going off what I did. So like I said, people, my 4 was Ronaldinho, Brazilian Ronaldo, Floyd Mayweather, and Usain Bolt. And I said honorable mention to Brian Lara. Because these are all people I watched in their prime. Some as kids, some as slightly older. Like I said, Brazilian Ronaldo is my first footballing idol. He's my first footballing idol. I'm saying probably honorable mention to Zidane as well. But my first footballing idol was Brazilian Ronaldo. Because I used to watch him. They used to show Serie A over here. I watched him play for Brazil. 98 World Cup, 2002 World Cup. Ronaldinho speaks for itself. Best player I've ever seen and watched. Floyd Mayweather speaks for itself. He's the best sportsman I've ever seen. And when I say that Floyd Mayweather is the best sportsman I ever seen, I think he's better at boxing than Ronaldinho is at football. I think he's better at boxing than Michael Jordan is at basketball. So that's the regards I put Floyd Mayweather in. And then Usain Bolt because of what he did at that time. Like he transformed, like sprinting was already big. 100 meters, 200 meters was already massive, level. But he is now the poster child.
Yeah, and like he pretty much put the, not, I don't even say just sprinting, but I think just Olympics in general, I think he put it on the map. That like now it's like an event that, you know what, I don't just want to watch the sprint, I want to watch swimming, I want to watch whatever the other sports that obviously are in the Olympics. You know, like, because I wasn't really an Olympics guy. Obviously, I would watch here and there, but I wasn't really a guy. But now I actually kind of keep track with it and kind of watch it. Like when it's on, I'm actually generally watching it now. And he was one of the main reasons why I watch it. And like my little sister does sprinting as well, so inspired by that is by him as well. So yeah.
And you have your guys before him in 100 meters, like a Maurice Green, for instance. Like, there's other sprinters, but like Jed said, he took it to the next level. And Shazam says Brian Lara is a great shout generation for sure. Yeah, that's why I had to give him an honorable mention, because I was debating between him and Bolt. But I'm older watching Bolt. But I still respect what Brian Lara did, but that's me being of West Indian descent. That's me sitting down watching cricket with my mom, dad, nanas, uncles, aunts. So that's where that stems from with Brian Lara. And he's one of the greatest cricketers of all time, one of the greatest batsmen of all time. But again, if you talk to olders, they're going to fit different. But that's why my 4 is that 4. And someone said Mayweather with a question mark. And I'm like, are you crazy? You don't realize what he did. Like I say, he's the greatest boxer in my life. People say, oh, Mike Tyson. Again, I was too young to watch Mike Tyson. So I can't say Mike Tyson. I'm a kid. I'm not watching him live. And when I say I'm not talking Mike Tyson fighting Lennox Lewis, I'm talking prime Mike Tyson. I ain't watching him. When Mike Tyson showing up in WWF and that.
It's tough though, that Mount Rushmore list though. It's tough.
Absolutely. Because someone's gonna get left off that you don't like. Go on, Jez. What's your fault?
Yeah, nah, because what's it called? I didn't know, because this is the only thing the one to ask was like I didn't obviously knew that was from your perspective. Obviously, if I went from my perspective, like I would actually left. There would be so many left out because I didn't see these guys literally in the prime, innit? So like,
that's fair.
would be kind. So for me,
like I said, that's just my ruling, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I did it to help it easier for me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah.
But nah, because like even like guys like because in my list, I mean I would have obviously I didn't not that I obviously didn't watch MJ, but obviously since I follow basketball a lot and actually because I look at MJ like this, like I think he's one of the sport icons, innit? Like you have obviously your class athletes and everything. Like you can rank all these athletes, but there's obviously athletes who are all in the icon category where like they transcended the sport. They achieved so much where that in even like internationally everybody knows them, even if they don't watch the sport. And I feel like Jordan, for me, he's just somebody but like he's the reason why basketball is so popular around the whole world. Like he's one of the main reasons why, because basketball used to be popular, I think even before his time, but it didn't really start to go international like this before MJ. Yeah. And I mean, he literally has a shoe called Jordan by his name, where like again inspires people to go and watch basketball as well, get basketball shoes and everything as well. That's why I feel like he's one of the reasons as well. Like, see, this is the weird thing because people call David Beckham an icon. I don't get it though. Like somebody needs to explain it to me because I don't think
you know why. Because Beckham is one of the few players, and that's just the age thing. And this is why I respect Jez, because Jez will tell you, right, I don't understand. Beckham, you know, like you just said, certain players were bigger than football. At one point, Beckham was bigger than football. So there's people who don't watch football and don't know about football, but know about David Beckham. That's why people put Beckham on there. Yeah, like he was that big at that point. Like he was that famous. Like Ronaldinho was bigger than football. Like Ronaldo was. Like Messi and Ronaldo are now. There's people who don't watch football but know Lionel Messi, know Cristiano Ronaldo. Beckham was in that category. That's what it is. Plus, he married Victoria Beckham at the time, innit? He was in Spice Girls, who were a massive group at that time as well.
Because most people there's a lot of people that I actually talk to, like they say Beckham was good, but they're also saying Beckham wasn't that good either in terms of how his career ended up being. Like that's why I was under how come that about Beckham, everybody seems to just know him because sometimes even when I watch just on YouTube and I'm watching football reactions of people reacting to like footballers and stuff, they mention Beckham's name every time and like but these are people that barely even watch football. I was like, how come he's so big in his name in the bar? That's fair enough. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying as well as like, like if I might see MJ is probably for me on top of the list just because of what I know. Wow. I definitely would have Tom Brady. Like if I need to go back and put a proper list and think about it.
It's tough.
It's a tough thing because there's a lot of great athletes in there. Like, because I think Brady deserves to be there. I mean, obviously, I have seen Messi, so Messi's automatically in there. I don't like the guy, but CR7 needs to be in there for me as well. Like, you can't deny what he has done in his career, and like even though how it's just ending right now is kind of tough. But I've seen these two battling with each other like for a whole decade, like between 2010 to up to now. I've seen them battling out for like best in the world, which was insane. So for me, they kind of have to be in there for those two. But then again, people in the chat, you have to reconsider. Obviously, man, I didn't watch boxing. I don't know much about Floyd. I know he's cold. I know he was cold as well. But I'm just not really a boxing guy. I'm not really a UFC guy. I'm not really a tennis guy either. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I do watch the Olympics, but I don't know all the names of sprinting as well. So I would not. Obviously, you guys tell me to go and ask me some questions about that. But like it's kind of tough. I would actually need to go back and think about it.
You're talking it's not like we're just talking. Name your goats in football. We're saying all of sport. That's why that four was hard. Like I said, Lara, I could have added. MJ, I could add. Like I said,
what do you think of Serena Williams? Because a lot of people say she deserves to be there.
Serena Williams, I think, is the greatest female tennis player we've ever seen. Yeah. That's fair. If she's the greatest in her field, you can say if you want to put her, she was dominating from pretty much her entire life. She was dominating Grand Slams from the year 1999 all the way up until 2020, whenever she won her last one across all surfaces. That's the crazy part. It's not like she was just good at Wimbledon on grass, or she was just good at the French Open in clay, or just the hard courts at the Australian Open and the US Open. She was dominating the whole time. Injuries on top of that, like her longevity at being great. And that's why I put Floyd Mayweather there. This is why I say Floyd Mayweather is the best sportsman I've ever seen when you add into all the things within boxing as well. People act like, because from the outside looking in, and some people just don't know, and people choose, like, weight classes exist in boxing for a reason. There's a reason why somebody who's 6'7" and weighs 250 pounds can't fight someone who's 5'8" and weighs 150 pounds. That's an unfair fight. I'm saying from a physical standpoint. So there's a reason weight class. And when you look at where Floyd Mayweather started, where he ended up in his career, he's fighting people he should not be fighting. From a physical standpoint is what I'm talking about. This guy, at that point, could probably, for those that don't know, probably could afford, when he's fighting at the back end of his career, or even the back end when he's Money Mayweather, could probably fight at 140. For the most time, he was campaigning at 147, which is the welterweight level. He even went up as high as the super welterweight, which is light middleweight, which is 154. So if you're fighting people at super welterweight, which is 154, on the night, they could weigh 160, 165, 170. So you're fighting someone who's at the middleweight limit, going up to super middleweight. Bear in mind, he's 5'8", 5'9", 145 pounds. And it's not like he has great power to keep them off either. It's not like Floyd Mayweather in his career was just wild, just doing Deontay Wilder and KOing people with one punch. Like, it was so much. And obviously that takes skill to KO with someone with one punch. But I'm saying he's doing it with less tools because his hands broke down. If you go back and look at Pretty Boy Floyd, that's when he used to throw combinations and stop people. Then after his fight against Toro Gatti, he said it. His hands broke down. And when I say his hands broke down in terms of he was breaking bones in his hand and he was weak, this is why he started. This is why he adapted his fighting style and became defensively solid and was just counter punching and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's to me. Who's your four? Who's your four?
I put Tiger Woods in that list as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch,
so Tiger Woods won. That's fair.
80
who's your over three?
I put MJ in there, especially I'm a big fan of LeBron.
Can you just say he's the GOAT, man?
I put Ali in there as well. I put Ali and Messi, basically. I would have put Nadal in that list, but I think he just missed out.
So yours is Tiger Woods, LeBron James. Who's the third?
No,
he's an MJ. He's an MJ, not.
Oh, MJ. Sorry.
MJ,
Tiger
Ali,
Woods,
and Messi. MJ,
that's
Ali,
fair.
and Messi.
That's a very, very good four. That's fair. Yeah, I'm saying that's 110% fair. Like, I'll never dispute anybody's unless they say something wild. Someone has to say something wild for me to go, they shouldn't make your top four. Even though all our top fours are different, I understand Ali. I understand MJ. I understand Tiger Woods. I understand Messi, because these are all greats in their own field. So it makes sense. And yeah, Steve, we were talking Mount Rushmore is sports in general. I'm gonna ask more people the question and see what they say.
No, it's actually also a good tweet because, like, when you really deep it, it's actually if you wanted to actually do like a general because also this is more of an opinion based kind of like question, but if obviously those people that go more in depth would be actually very hard, and there would be obviously always a lot of disagreement because everybody has like their own views of how they rank things, how they feel like you're transcending the sport. And now it's like I would say it's very interesting, like this type of question. Like, of course, I even seen what's it called, Coach Accounts the other day.
Yeah.
I think top 5 athletes of all time, and he obviously included Messi now in his opinion, because obviously after the World Cup, obviously you saw MJ on the thumbnail, you saw Tom Brady. I still have to go and watch the video, like I keep forgetting, but there were people obviously disagreeing with it as well. But now it's really not just that easy because we talk about just 3 out of like hundreds, thousands of athletes that you can think of.
Facts.
So, yes.
Well, facts. 100%. It's very tough.
If it was like a top 20 or top 100, then it would be a different.
Yeah. Well, 4 is tough. It is. We'll go on to this from Steve, who says, He also said my personal Mount Rushmore, who I've watched or old enough to remember their greatness, is Messi, Steph Curry, Tom Brady, Serena Williams. Fairs, he also shouted out the tennis goats as well. He gave them a shout with Federer, Djokovic, Nadal. I hear all those. Like I said, I don't think there's any wrong answers with this. I wouldn't say. I don't think. He also, Steve says, do you think Ten Hag is 100%, absolutely 100% trying to get Maguire the hell out of Manchester United? Possibly even this January. Starting a CDM in front of you in a cup game is savage. I don't think it's savage. I think it's just him showing the levels of where it is. Yeah, Casemiro was the centre back. Was Maguire on the bench? I don't think Maguire was on the bench, though. I don't think so. I think if Maguire is fit, he plays today. So I don't think it's sending a message. But we all know that Ten Hag doesn't rate Maguire. I didn't need today's game to tell me that. He's been fourth choice. Martinez and Varane are the first choice centre backs. And then when one of them has been missing in recent times, Lindelof's played. Then it's Maguire. Do I believe we get rid of him in January? No. Because I don't think we get a centre back. But do I believe he gets moved on this summer or the summer after? Yes. I believe we go and get another centre back, which is needed. So yeah, man, like Ten Hag just doing what I want him to do and what we all want him to do. Figure out who's good enough and who's not. And we're all pretty much in agreement, apart from like 0.001% that Harry Maguire is not good enough for where Manchester United are trying to go. That's what I would say. Yeah, I don't think he was fit. Yeah, he was ill. There we go. We deserve better. Just said he was ill. Who do you think has produced more quality? Go on.
No, actually, it's funny talking about Maguire. I actually just literally remembered this. About when you know the Ian White with the teacher.
He's crying.
Now with the teacher, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally going through my timeline. I didn't see anything with the lineups or with anything with United or Burnley related because like I was just chilling. Don't care about football right now. And I literally saw a tweet of everyone Bissaka crossing the ball, and I'm like,
yeah, man. No way he did.
Yo, what? The guy still
assist, man. You got an assist today?
Yeah, I know he got an assist, but I was like shocked because like I didn't know he's alive, bro. Like I thought he was generally gone. Like like not when you just don't know somebody in the world, but you realize there's so many people in the world. Like this was him, like for me, because like generally forgot he was actually existed for a minute. I'll be real. I shout out to Bissaka though, man. Hey man, put himself out in the shopping block there with an assist.
That's my what's it called, man? You know what I'm saying? He played well today as well. You know what I'm saying.
I mean, he probably knows that he's not getting the chance. So I mean, he needs to take the opportunities so somebody buys him.
Well, that's true. But yeah, I seen him drop the shoulder a couple times, couple poor touches as well. But we move. Who do you think has produced more quality footballers over the years? The continent of Africa or Asia and North America combined? Africa. It's easy. To me,
which countries? Which countries?
He said Africa. He said a continent, so he said Africa or Asia and North America.
Yeah,
combined.
Africa. That's easy.
When you look over the years, when you look at George Weah, you look at Didier Drogba, you look at Samuel Eto'o. Do Asia and North America combined have anyone to come up to those three? Never mind the rest. Never mind the Essien. You know what I'm saying? Never mind the Mane. Never mind the Salah.
Maris.
Do they have a Maris? Do they have a starting 3-5? Jez can name more than me because he's more of a man of football than me. The list goes on. Do they have a 5 to match the 5? Salah, Mane, George Weah, Drogba, Eto'o.
I mean,
do they have a 5 to match that?
And then you have guys like Koulibaly right now. Obviously, as you mentioned, Hakimi. I mean, there was somebody at left back that I literally just lit out of my mouth. Fuck.
The list goes on.
Yeah, there's so many. I could literally just like if I had to do like a starting 11. That all-time Africa 11 could be crazy, man.
That African.
That's a lineup that could win a World Cup.
Yeah, it could match. Yeah, it could match if we do an all-time European 11, even though the all-time European 11 is probably it matches it, is what I'm saying. They don't get walked by anybody. The only team they get beat by is either the South American 11 or the European 11. They beat everyone else.
I forgot, like, you have guys like also like JJ Okocha as well. You have Abedi Pele as well. Like, God, that's by the way, that's a Ghanaian legend right there. Like, it's just too many. How can you forget Yaya?
Yaya. In midfield could be Yaya, Sen, and JJ Okocha.
Yeah.
That's your mid with Drogba, Eto'o, Salah.
Song. Remember
Like,
songs
'cause you're
from
from
Cameroon?
free. Oh yeah, Rebels. Like the list goes on.
Like there's so many that I can't really remember. I'll remember, but there's a lot, man. There's a lot.
There is, like, for real. So yeah, I would definitely say the continent of Africa over Asia and North America combined, without doubt. I don't think there's an Asian player that gets in to the African 11. I don't think there's a North American player that does.
Nakamura, I would say. I think he's the only one.
The best shout would be Son, but I don't think Son's better than Mane. Primes are talking here, people. I don't think Son's better than Eto'o. I don't think Son's better than Salah. Where does he get in? And North America, I don't even know who's the best North American player of recent times. Who is the best North? Say again? Yeah, there isn't a lot.
Yeah, because North America is like Canada and USA, right? Because that's
Canada, USA. Does Mexico fall under that?
Because Mexico is in South America, isn't it?
I thought it was North. I thought it was South, but then someone was North. I don't know.
Because Mexico's always involved in like those Gold Cups and stuff like.
Yeah, but Mexico is in Central America, Jez.
It's in Central, so it's not North or South.
Okay, yeah, that's what I don't. Then Mexico doesn't count then.
Yeah, it don't count if it's in Central. It don't count.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in North America. That's what Steve just said. Let me just Google this. We acting like we don't have Google there, people. Give me a sec.
I know.
I'm just gonna Google this right now. It is. Yeah, man. And you know geography H Sarcasm City standpoint. I mean strong point, sorry. Mexico in. Let me see. Because I always thought it was south, and then someone on there said now it's north. See, it says Mexico. It says officially it says Mexico is in a country in the southern portion of North America. So yeah, it's north.
Yeah, and also then you can include then you can obviously include the all the Mexican crates.
Yeah, but even I don't think there's Mexican players that get in. Yeah.
See, there's nobody that for me stands out personally. They had good players, but not enough for me to say like really like. I think the goalkeeper probably, because I can't remember an African goalkeeper that can I say generally say like
yeah. There isn't an African goalkeeper that stands out in it, but I'm sure this guy here will give us some Chelsea African goalkeeper. Yes,
Edouard Mendy, bro.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew this guy. I knew this guy had a predictable, you know. I knew it. What are you saying though, Lewis? You good, family? Yo, you good, fam?
Oh, his internet moving like a sus though.
Is it? No stress. Steve says, who is Manchester United, Chelsea, and Spurs, Mount Rushmore? For Manchester United, I think there's too many to name. That's why I'd have to go with my time. Because if we go before me, you got your George Best, your Dennis Laws, the list goes on. However, for me, it's Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Keane, Scholes. That would be my Mount Rushmore.
I'm sorry, I was just keep laughing because Johnny got a comment about the Chelsea Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. What's Chelsea? What is Chelsea's Mount Rushmore?
My Chelsea's Mount Rushmore.
You hit me with your Chelsea Mount Rushmore. I think I know what it is, but go on.
JT, I put JT in there. I put Drogba. I put Hazard and Lamps.
Who? Drogba, Hazard, JT, and who? Lampard.
Yeah.
Makes sense. For Spurs, I'm not sure what you saying, Jess. Spurs.
I think Berber's supposed for me, Berbatov is in there. Bale is in there. The next two, you have to include Harry Kane. So I include Harry Kane. But the last spot is kind of tough because there's a lot of players that I could actually put in there that I have seen in my time. Because I want to put Modric there, but Modric. I was going to
say Modric.
But then I wanted to go and think about Musa because I really love Musa. But I love Modric as well, so I give it to Modric, but Musa is literally close. Like I don't.
What Musa's his own? Oh, Dembele.
No, Musa Dembele.
Yeah.
Dembele. Just to say, Drogba, Lampard, Hazard, Christensen.
I knew you were going to put that. I knew you were going to put that.
I hate this guy, yo. I hate this guy, yo.
I shouldn't have put that.
I hate this man with a passion at times, yo. This guy, idiot, yo. This guy, idiot. I can't stand you at times, yo. I really can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? That being said, Lewis, we were discussing it before you got here. So, sportsman, you're Mount Rushmore of sports, so not just football, across all sports. What's your top 4 sportsmen?
Bad question, bro.
Just a random guess, but have to be Messi. Michael Jordan.
Enjoy.
Someone in tennis, I wouldn't have a clue. And Stone Cold Steve Austin. We'll put Stone Cold in there.
Wow.
Big up Stone Cold.
Hey, Stone Cold, the guy, yo. This guy is an idiot, yo. This guy's so dumb. This guy. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. The link underneath in the description. This guy a fool. I'm telling you. But yeah, like I said, people, with these Mount Rushmores, it's really tough. Like someone's Mount Rushmore. Like I'm gonna ask like my mom, my pops, my uncle, my sister, like, and see what everyone, uncles and aunts, and see everyone's top 4. Like, because I know their 4's Mount Rushmore because they've seen more will be different from us. I know Muhammad Ali's on there. I already know that. Anyone over a certain age is going to put Muhammad Ali. I'm telling you. Without doubt. Definitely. Without doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no stress, Lewis. It's all good. You lot continue to get your questions in, though, man. Get your questions in, people. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget the link for the membership is in the pinned comment. If you see me go into Steve's comments all the time, it's because they take priority like a super chat, people. Unless you're Surfer saying dumb shit, I may ignore you. But big up to Surfer every time. But yeah, if you see me going to the same names, I'm not ignoring you. It's just because that is one of the perks of the membership. Timo, what are you smiling about? This guy turned on his camera smiling.
The man said, James Ellsworth.
Yeah. I said James Ellsworth, you know. He ain't even the better as this guy, James Ellsworth. Absolute idiot. You know what I'm saying? See, man said Hugo Sanchez at Real Madrid from 85 to 92, 207 appearances, 164 goals, 10 trophies for Real Madrid, 5 of which were league titles, Copa del Rey in 94. Yeah, but this is before our time.
Yeah,
85, 92 is before my. I can't tell you about no players in the 80s and the early 90s, 92. Man's a baby. I can't tell you. I'm not born and I'm a baby. I can't tell you about 85 to 92. This is why I can't put Brian McClare on my Mount Rushmore Manchester United. But I bet if I talk to my pops, he'll probably have Brian McClare on there. It's highly likely I'll have Brian McClare on there. Mount Rushmore of the 4 most iconic villains of the EPL era.
Wow.
Balotelli's on there. He pissed people off. Balotelli, definitely, without doubt, is 1. Suarez is 2. That's a very good shout. Suarez is definitely on there. 2 more spots.
Fucking animal, man. Can't believe he.
Who else? What you saying, Jez? This is
maybe
right
one
now.
of the test.
No. He said in the Premier League era.
Oh, in the Premier League era. Oh, I thought in all time.
Joey Barton.
It's a great shout. Timo, Joey Barton is definitely on there without that.
Yeah, you have to miss me with that one still. Like,
yeah, you're better. Joey Barton was like Joey Barton. Craig Bellamy.
No, Adebayor.
I think Craig Bellamy over Adebayor. That's me though.
I mean, I see
Craig Bellamy did a lot. He did a lot.
But do actually? Is it just is it really that Adebayor is really hated by everybody, or it's just Arsenal fans?
It's literally just Arsenal fans.
Because Arsenal fans really just only hate Giroud and Adebayor because they were shit, and obviously another reason for Adebayor, you know.
Yeah, because Adebayor's legacy isn't a villain. Costa's legacy is a villain, whereas everybody collectively dislikes Craig Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Bellamy said it himself when he got interviewed about he was gonna go because he's from Cardiff and he was debating whether like the talk was he was going to Cardiff as a player, and he was like, "I'll be at home more," and the wife won't like that. Like I would say Bellamy, Balotelli, Suarez, Joey Barton, they were just disliked universally. Like that man would just get booed everywhere. Like Costa wasn't getting booed everywhere, whereas that man were. And I get what you're saying, Steve. The reason why I'm saying Hugo Sanchez I can't mention for the North America and Asia versus Africa thing is because I didn't watch him in it. That's all I'm saying. before my time. So I can't say. I said Neil Mopai, you know. John Terry is a villain actually, but I'd give John Terry honorable mention. I don't think he's more of a villain than Suarez, Balotelli, Joey Barton, or Craig Bellamy. But
For
John
what?
Terry's that honorable mention. What do you mean for what? If you forgot
That's-
about the whole,
Wait,
if you forgot about
that Wayne Bridge stuff.
the Wayne Bridge stuff, if you forgot about the whole Anton Ferdinand stuff, that slip your mind.
Fuck's sake, I did. Yeah.
Hey, I know he's your gold man, but still. Hey man, it's something you will never be able to go with. Hey, by the way, I just saw Timo, and I just saw you put also the tweet out, and I see the Johnny United tweet underneath with the Chelsea one.
Minerals, man. Fuck.
He put Mason Mount in it. Hey. To be fair, he did include Didier Drogba and Lampard. So he left on Hazard, so fair play to him.
He left Hazard.
Right. What did he do? What's the tweet?
Nah, so Timo obviously put what we were discussing as like Chelsea with the Mount Rushmore.
He put Mount on his Mount Rushmore. Did he put Mount on his Mount?
He left.
They need to just ban his account, man. At this point, you know what I'm saying? That's a ban. You deserve a ban, man. You should go to jail for that.
Yes, Lampard, Drogba, Mount, and Terry.
You just get a ban for that. Like, there's certain things like that's Twitter jail in it. If I was a snitch, I'd report it myself, man. That's spam.
I understand.
That's outrageous. The truth is, I did see a clip where he was talking about Mount being on the same level as R9 in it, so we move. Man will say anything. The Unbiased TV says, when is the next calling show? I'd love to be on the channel. I'll do one this week. I do one over the Christmas period for you lot. I don't know when, but I'll do one over the Christmas period for you lot. 100%. Not tomorrow. Maybe Christmas Eve. Maybe Christmas Eve. Actually, Christmas Eve is in 2 days. Shit, I gotta get some cards and stuff.
Did you watch Vinnie Jones though in the Premier League?
No, Vinnie Jones is slightly before my time because he's again late 80s, early 90s. And Roy Keane, no, I wouldn't say he's a villain. He was more of a pantomime villain on the pitch, so he was involved in stuff, but he wasn't getting booed everywhere he went. Same way Costa was like that, but he's not getting booed everywhere he goes. Like, you might get booed when something happened, but like Costa's not universally hated like a Craig Bellamy, like a Balotelli, like a Joey Barton. Like, them man are getting booed from before the kickoff. There's chance about them, man, from early. So yeah, that's what I would say on that. You lot continue to get your questions in. Why? Who? Why is he asking you about that player?
I thought he would. So,
go on.
This was on Lewis's stream. We were talking about midfield, and I was mentioning one player, Matheus Cunha. For a second, I thought he was a midfielder. The reason why I said Matheus Cunha is because the Wolves just signed him.
Because the what's behind him?
He said he wanted Chelsea to sign Cunha, but then didn't know what position he played in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy, man. Yo,
that sounds like
he was a striker.
That is typical you, man. That is you. That is football Twitter in a nutshell. We'll say, yeah, sign a player and don't even know where he plays.
Sign him up. Sign him up.
You know what I'm saying?
I really
and tell it.
Sign him and all that. It's like, where does he play? Up front.
Hey,
why? What Spanish babes you trying to impress, Timo? Or what Atletico Madrid fan? Or what's his nationality?
No, I'm just.
Where's he from?
He wants to get.
What nationality is he? Just
Brazilian.
All right, which Brazilian babes you try? Who supports Brazil or Atletico Madrid that you're trying to impress?
From Vancouver, but she's underrated anyway.
I'm sure Canada follow you anyway.
This guy is shameless, yo.
On,
this guy will hype up any player to impress a girl. You know what? I respect it. I do the same shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw you the other day how you were putting some sun prop the other day, man. I saw you.
What was he doing? Some what prop?
Well, some sun prop. I saw you.
What, Heung-min Son, yeah? What? Surfer, is that what it's
Korean
for?
one. Of course, I've got Korean girls on my followers, man. Allow it.
This guy.
He's a player, man. He's a player.
This guy will hype him.
Bruv, all my friends are Koreans. What can I do?
Yeah, all your friends.
Like, why always be in
Why always me, balance? This guy is outrageous. Yo, you lot get your questions in. This Timo guy is wild. You know what I'm saying? And Unbiased TV says Arsenal to win the Prem. I doubt it. Yeah, but no. But yeah, you're right. Unbiased TV. Shout out to Kendall. I see in a post. She's on the Sky Sports advert claiming handball. You know what I'm saying? You love to see it and that. Love to see people in this space shining. Big up to her. I'm gonna get her on the channel as well. Yeah. I'm gonna get her back on the channel. Kendall, cool. She mad cool. She good people. Knows her stuff as well. Except for you wilding with that about Timo. But you're not lying. You're just wilding with that. Hey, anyway, switching topics. Hit the like button. See what happens when you lot don't continue to ask questions. The show transcends into chaos. Even more. We're already living in chaos. It's just even more chaos when you lot. So get your questions in. Obviously, members, they take priority. But if you ask a good question as a non-member, I'll make sure I get to that as well. Don't ask no basic question. It's got to be a good question. Sport, man, the floor is yours. It can be on, like I said, the title, United getting past Burnley in the Carabao Cup. Lewis turned off his TV as soon as we went 1-0 up. Ahmed dissipated from the chat as soon as we went 1-0 up. Oh, yeah, Manchester United.
Bro, Ahmed, he's the type, he really is the type of guy, like, if this was a loss today, I would have seen it in the chat, like, quiet today.
100%.
He was quiet today. Like, he was on. But, hey, it's what it is, man. Like, I can't be asked to watch. I'm just waiting for the other leagues to start, but they all went on. They got their Christmas break, so I need to wait till the Congress. Like, I saw a clip today how obviously Kulusevski played a ball in for Emerson that Emerson asked for, and Emerson can't even control the first touch. And like, I'm not going back to it. I'm sorry, but like, until these type of guys don't, until this guy's not. Every time this guy starts, I'm not watching. I'll be real. Like, I already not watching the game on Monday. It is, I'm not. Can't be asked.
So how many teams are Carabao Cup? So it's like
it's going to the quarterfinal. The next round's quarterfinal.
So only one championship team, right? So it should be all right then.
At this moment, yes, because the only other game is Premier League side, so the only championship side is Charlton. That's the only championship side. That's it. Why did you ask?
No, just to make sure, because
If West Ham get relegated, are they the most talented Premier League team in history to go down? No. The most talented team I've seen go down is the Leeds side. Whenever they went down, I think it was in 2003, 2004. That Leeds side, because I think 2 years before that they were in the Champions League semi-final, or the year before that. So yeah. Charlton on League One side. I stand corrected. I thought they were
David O'Leary was the manager at that time.
Yeah, O'Leary. They had Viduka, he was quality. They had Q. There's others as well, but they're the two that pop off the top of their head.
Keane. So I think Robbie Keane as well. That team.
Was Robbie Keane there as well? Yeah. So if you Google that team, you'll see how stacked it was. So yes, if West Ham were to get relegated, they're the most talented Premier League side in history to go down. I think it's the Leeds side. That's what I would say. Lewis, question for you from C1: thoughts on the Mount links to Liverpool growing again? Never know if Lewis is there. Yo, Lewis.
I think he's not there.
Yeah, he's on mute. Well, we'll go to you, Timo. Thoughts on the Mount links to Liverpool again? What are you saying?
It's a clickbait, I would say. I don't think Mount would sign for Liverpool, man. I don't think he will.
Okay, let's say hypothetically it is true, and he was going. Would you be happy about it? Would you be sad? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm not being sad about it, but it would be weird to see him in a different team. Just because I feel like he's a proper Chelsea recruit.
But what do you think a right fee is for him? What would you not accept? So you're negotiating the deal with Liverpool. What's the minimum fee you're saying? All right, cool. What are you just like point blank not selling him for?
100 plus at least. I will not sell him for 100 plus.
So no, how much would you want? Where's the starting price for you? Your asking price?
Asking price probably around like 90, and then
I said 90 M's.
I think
is that you? Yeah. You think Mount's worth? You really with the mineral? You think that minerals is expensive, innit? You are proper Chelsea through and through. You know, man said 90 M's for Mason Mount.
You don't get
90.
You don't get my
90. 90.
Hey man, I got the. Hey man, I got this credibility, man. Allow it. I got this middle
This
credibility.
guy is crazy. What's it night? What?
I don't want to lose my. I don't want to lose my fucking.
I sold this as for 20, and the only reason for that, if I was a Chelsea fan, I sold this as for 20, and the only reason is because he's a homegrown player.
Yeah, man said 90 M's.
Bro,
At least 90.
These days
That guy is
crazy,
ass.
man. I'm just
Sorry.
looking at it.
The guy is barely better than, for me, that guy is barely better than Bruno. I'm sorry. They're similar, but just barely, or Bruno just barely might be better than him too. Like, nah, man. That Mount brother, my team is in the mud, and I don't even want it.
No, I'm talking about based on this market alone. Like, if you buy players like,
in any market, whether it's the transfer market, whether it's the supermarket, Mason Mount is not worth 90 million. He is not worth a 90 M's.
Hey, bro,
you're saying that
in my eyes, he's not more. He's
by
not even more worth than a Snicker.
Hold on, by that logic, then you're saying that Bruno Fernandes is not worth 90 M then.
Timo, hello, my name's Flawless. Welcome to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. I'm a Manchester United fan because you clearly got amnesia. What have I said consistently about Bruno? All right, we're going to. You clearly forgot. Yes,
I didn't watch the Man United podcast. So
you don't need to watch
You
one.
don't even need to
Whether
watch
it's Man United, whether it's other. Yes, what are my thoughts on Bruno Fernandes?
Literally saying like he's literally like Bruno. Like, both of them are literally just like each other. Like Bruno is like Mount is like Bruno. Same thing. And you shouldn't even use the Man United excuse because he discussed this time multiple times on Q&As during the Champions League run last season.
When he's there, he be on
you
the
were there
streets.
too. Like, why is he lying? He's literally lying. Like he thought he could flat out deceive us. Like
He thought we could fly on the sea. Oh, I don't watch Man United and that. Like I'm not like people don't ask me these questions on Q&As. Like people don't ask me on these on the watch-alongs. Non-Manchester United watch-alongs. That's a 90 M's. Yo, Timo's selective amnesia is the best surfer. It's the best. This guy plays dumb, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know.
I see
These
right
things are
through your
recorded.
eyes.
You know what I'm saying? Like these live streams here, they go out live and then recorded, and people can watch them back afterwards. Minerals and credibility in the same time. I said 90 M's with a straight face for Mason Mount, you know, in today's market.
That's what I'm saying.
I said 90 M's because he's proper Chelsea. That was man's reasoning. Bear in mind, he's on an interview saying he's proper pumpy. He's a Portsmouth boy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he always plays well against Southampton.
I swear he was even the Villa Academy before he was at Chelsea.
This is outrageous.
No. I always say this, man. Once you buy somebody, that guy doesn't count as an academy.
This guy is crazy. Hey, wait. So Timo, if Mount is worth 90 million, what on God's earth is someone like Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden worth?
More, I would say. This is Man City.
So what would you say Foden's worth then? If Mason Mount is 90 million, that's the starting price. People.
Foden's at least 100 mil.
Okay.
What you mean?
And what about Bellingham?
Bellingham, I'd say around like 70.
So Bellingham's worth less than Mason Mount.
Yeah.
How?
Right. So if you could swap Bellingham for Mason Mount, would you do it?
You wouldn't.
100%, I would.
So if you would do it, how is Bellingham worth less than Mason Mount?
Just because the English tax in it. Because you pay tax.
Bellingham is English. Bellingham is English.
Yeah, but you pay English tax in Germany. It's different, isn't it?
No, he literally grew up in England. He still has literally the British code. He counts as homegrown.
Bellingham and Mount are not playing in the same position.
They're literally midfielders. What are we doing?
They both play as eights.
Yes. And don't give me this right forward crop with Mount from he's terrible there.
This guy is not...
Literally, bro. Everything Chelsea fans tell me about Mount, the positive stuff is how he walks around.
Oh
how
my
he runs
God,
around, putting in the pressures and
this guy is crazy.
He does the same thing, and he does it better. And he's literally homegrown, so it's not even a thing that you have to really do it again. What do you mean? And then your logic doesn't make sense. Your logic doesn't make sense.
Are you on a balcony, fam?
No,
He's
yeah,
somewhere.
I'm outside.
He's
Oh, see, I
somewhere
thought
in
you was on the balcony. Yes, sir.
No, I'm
What
in
you
the
saying?
courtyard. No, I'm in the courtyard.
I can't. I'm
I
Oh,
am.
see that. I thought you was
I
on
am
the
in the
balcony.
ghetto.
Yo,
I just-
Surfer, what you saying, fam? You good?
I just want. I'm on my sick bed. I can't. You're making me cough with anger. My throat is red raw. English tax. Bellingham is English, but you want him. He's worth less than Mount.
Thank you, C1.
Foden.
Thank you.
Foden is only worth 10 million more, and you priced Mason Mount at 90 million. You have a master's degree in numbers or something like that. You are, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from. There's more logic in that Avatar movie that I've just seen than you spouting off the football prices. What is your problem? You don't know who Cunha is. You only said you wanted Cunha because you saw him trending on Twitter the last 2 days. You're making my health worse.
What have I come back to?
My health
Yo,
is
T-Mo just T-Mo, yo.
my
Oh
health
my
is
God.
my health is deteriorating listening to you. I'm trying to get better, and you're making me laugh and be angry at the same time. What
Look,
I
he said-
can't.
basically what happened was I said Mason Mount is worse
This
than
guy's
Jude Bellingham.
outrageous. Nah, so let's start at the top. So the question was, because someone actually asked you the question, Lewis, in it. So we're gonna get your thoughts on it after this. So someone said, "What about the Mason Mount links to Liverpool?" So I'm saying, all right, let's say hypothetically they're true. So I asked Timo, what would you start the starting price on for the asking price for Mason Mount? He said 90 million. You know what I'm saying?
How
Which is
much?
wild. 90,
90
0.
I said 90.
90. Then I was like, wait, why? Because he was like,
90
yeah,
mil.
90 M's. Wait, there's more. There's more. He said- So,
Oh,
Hey,
dude.
hey, the game is
He
finished
said-
if he's 90.
But what else did
he said
say?
he said 90 M's.
Hey.
And then his reasoning was, yeah, because he's proper Chelsea and all this stuff. And then Surfer made out the point he's proper pumped because that's his first love, first and foremost. So we're like, he's 90 M's. That's the asking price. Then Steve asked in the chat, so if he's worth 90 M's, what Foden and Bellingham worth? So he said Foden is worth 100 million. And then he said Bellingham is worth 70 million, 70. So then I asked him, all right, would you swap Bellingham for Mount? And he said, yes. So I'm like, if Mount's worth more and you think he's the better player, why would you swap him for Bellingham? And he said, oh, with Mason Mount, it's English tax. And then Jets goes, Bellingham's English.
English tax.
Oh,
And then he said, English tax don't count because he's not in England. I'm like, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
He was literally born and came through the system in
and
England.
Atta,
and then-
what are you smoking?
Well, it's not even that, right? And then he
Bro,
goes,
bro.
You sure that's a cigarette?
Yeah, but then he
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
oh, I don't know how Flawless feels about Bruno. And he bloody says it every stream how he feels about Bruno. Oh, I don't watch Man
was the crazy
United
thing.
podcast. He's been on streams with him where he's gone on about Bruno about 150 times. He's been on about 2,000 streams with this guy over the last year and a half where he's gone on about Bruno. You're making me ill, Matt. You stop doing this. I'm not well.
Oh my God.
Oh,
What's
dude.
wrong with you?
You need Jesus.
Jesus, you need an exorcist. Jesus wouldn't help you.
A man said he's
A
got
man
he's
said- a man
proper
said
Chelsea's got the minerals. That's why he's worth
English
90 M's.
tax.
I think he's
Yeah,
been on
English
the
tax.
minerals. That's why he's
I
coming
told
out
you, I
with
don't
this
want to lose my
shit.
credibility, that's all.
You don't
Credibility.
minerals and credibility with minerals. Are you mad? There's no such thing.
Where's the credibility? Ah,
Why don't you ask minerals?
Mount 50 million minimum.
Hang on,
By the
Timo. Why
way.
don't you next time you're with minerals? Why don't you ask him about how he goes on about brown envelopes, but then bigs up reports linking Mount to other clubs? Yeah, ask him how he believes those reports, but not others. Yeah, ask him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't.
Well, yeah, that
Fucking
being
hell,
said,
man.
the original question was, Lewis, it was to you. Reports, Mason Mount to Liverpool, you for it, you against it, let us know. What you saying, Lewis? Mason Mount to Liverpool.
If you don't want to re-sign for less than 120, 130k a week, go for it. Anyone can go that isn't called Reece James, so I'm fine with it. I don't care what happens. He could ball out there for all I care. We'll still rebuild and come back better.
Liverpool won't pay him 300 grand a week if he's looking for that.
That's
Don't worry.
As long as we don't, I don't care.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
By the way, if I saw a Mount Rushmore with Mount's face on it, I'd put a big Acme Dynamite on it and blow it to smithereens. That's what I would put. I'd blow it up, Roadrunner style. That's Wiley Coyote style. That's what I'd blow up like that.
You get some TNT, some dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Flawless, if you actually deep with what Timo said.
I'll be back in 5.
Yeah, no stress, fam. Flawless, if you actually deep with what Timo said there. So how is that understanding? He started off saying Mason Mount's asking price, the starting price, people. Where we start in negotiation for Mason Mount is 90 million. That's the starting price.
Timo, if you were smart enough and on it, you would have gone, no, you misheard me. I said 19. That's what you should have said.
I said 90 M's, you know.
90 M's. Oh, I'd take that. I'd take that in a flash. 90 M's. Someone offered me 90 M's. I'd take that.
90 M's is. I can't even call this a robbery anymore.
Yeah. Thank you, Manj, in the chat. I'll feel better soon, bro. But I'm saying,
yeah, man, get well soon, man. Sorry, I don't
like I smoke
well
60
soon,
a day or something. This guy.
Yeah, you do.
On that stream earlier today, I couldn't breathe. I had to take my inhaler. I couldn't breathe when he said that about Cunha. He goes, I don't know where he plays. He only said Cunha because he'd been trending for the last 2 days to go to other clubs. He only said Cunha. He doesn't know what's going on in the world. Ask him what day it is. He probably say Sunday or something like that. This guy,
you ask him what his day is, and you ask what his day was yesterday.
If you ask me what the currency is, yeah. If you ask me the currency is, it's euros.
No, I said day. Money.
I said day. I said what day? It's not currency.
Yeah, we're not talking about money.
We're talking about currency.
I never said Mount is I feel like he's worth 90 euros.
But why are you doing
like
euros
75? That's all right. So yeah, English tax in it. That's why it is. That's why he's English tax.
Sorry then. Yeah, he's worth 90. He's worth 90. Sorry.
Look at the stock market million. Euros these days, right?
He's worth 90 million euros. So that's only 82.5 million pounds or something like that. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, we'll let you off the 7.5 mil difference.
Flawless. He's English plays for one of the best clubs in the world.
As well. You have to pay the VAT and the etc.
You lot continue to get your questions in, and I don't know what's more travesty what you said or Tesco meal deal being £3.90. Yo, I think you might have took it. I think you might be like what you just said.
You definitely took it. I'd rather pay. I always told you.
I'd rather pay the $3.90 than 90 million for Mount. I'm with you, Jess.
Tesco meal deal.
Wait,
what's wrong with Tesco meal deal?
I'd rather pay.
I'd
rather pay 90 million for the Tesco meal deal. That's what I'd rather pay.
Wait, Tesco meal deal is respected, man.
This is not the point. This is not the point. That's the point.
I'd rather pay 90 million for the Tesco meal.
That's not the point.
Oh my
God. You're finished. You're finished. What, Timo?
This guy's not real, yo. And then he tried to hit us with the dumbness. I don't watch your Man United podcast. I don't know what you think of Bruno. Like I've not spoken on this countless times.
Exactly. Like he's not. Like he's not. And also, like he's not had direct conversations with you about it on other streets. It's like literally in the World Cup. He spoke to you about it. I don't understand this.
Just last week.
Sorry, I didn't remember what happened last week apart from the Wembley, innit? So
yeah. Box mark settings in. I clouded your whole, you know what I'm saying? Your iCloud full. Yeah. Your iCloud
full. Did you finally find out England got knocked out of the World Cup?
I don't even remember the game up in the
World
Cup.
Did when he was all day with Eleanor.
All I care about the cheeks, man.
Talking Lord.
I wasn't even going there, but okay, man.
I said that's all I was thinking about. I respect the honesty still. I respect the honesty.
To be fair, he was watching Cheeks on and off the field from like when he was watching England.
England are Cheeks, to be honest. That is fact.
I was watching Cheeks at Wembley. Right.
Oh my God, Joe. You lot get your questions in it. Save us on that. Save us. This is a good question, though. Would you swap Cunha for Mount? That's the real question, Timo.
No, Cunha's a striker.
Yeah.
He's a midfielder. He's a midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder.
You trying to do out silly me, man. I don't fall for
We're
it.
not trying to out-silly you, yo. That's a question.
It's literally he's an attacking midfielder.
He's a striker.
He's an attacking midfielder.
He's a Havertz then. He's a Havertz.
Yeah,
What is
Havertz is
Havertz?
shit. And Havertz is
What
shit.
is, what is Havertz?
Is he an 8? Is
Is
he a
Havertz
9?
an 8, a 9, a 10, a false 10, a false 9, a false 8? What is he?
Apparently we're supposed to.
He's a number 10, off the shoulder, floating, drifting, roaming, mood walking player.
Explain it. There you go.
You know what he is? He's like a rare Pokemon that you don't want. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
see
a
what,
shiny,
I'll
it's
do
a
it
shiny,
tomorrow,
it's a shiny
man.
Pokemon
Anyway.
form, but it's like one of the. But it's you know that Pokemon in the water that you always get.
Yeah.
It's like the shiny version of it.
He's like that Pokemon that goes into like a mollusk form but never evolves after that. You know what I mean? I don't. You know, but that one. You know, before it goes into like a Butterfree or something like that. It's the evolved form before that. It just stands
I know
there.
what you're talking about. Is it not? What's it called?
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly. I can't remember the name of the Pokemon.
You know, just as it doesn't do anything like that.
No, exactly what you're talking about. Man said he's a false 7. He's a false image.
That's right.
Oh, this is great. Oh man, Legged Sweet Eye. We will keep it stepping, people. Flawless, what's your opinion on Julian Alvarez? From what I've seen, I've only seen World Cup and glimpses of him in a City shirt. Seems like a good striker. Seems like City got a good deal. But again, this is very, very. I've only seen him a handful of times. I don't think I've watched him play more than 5 times. And in terms of full games, I don't think I've seen him play a full game. I don't even think, did he play a full game this World Cup? I might have seen him once in a full game twice. But from what I've seen, Lang Sweet, good, what's it called? Seems like a good striker. That's what I would say about him. But I need to see a lot more before I'm like, I can judge him. Because me, I never judge a player.
If Alan pushed a move to Real Madrid, then he could be a main striker.
No, they can buy Cunha.
Huh?
I love you, Seth, but sometimes you wind me up, man.
Hey, Seth, really, sometimes you wind him up, Seth. You need to stop that, man. 2023, stop winding him
trying
up.
to kill me. That's what you're trying to kill me.
2023, man. Allow it.
This guy's trying to kill me. He's trying to put me in hospital. That's what he's trying to do.
Man said, I never forget, man said I'd rather take the 90 M's for Mount. I mean, for the meal deal, you know. I haven't paid 90 million for the meal deal. That is wild. You know why it's funny? I know it's true. I know if you was offered Mason Mount for 90 million at your football club or the
Hey,
Tesco meal deal, you're taking the Tesco meal deal.
Can't we give 90 million for someone just to take it? Can't we do that? Can't we do that?
You'd give away 90 M's. You give him away with 90
give away
M's to a
90
football
Ms.
club.
Yeah, to someone else. Yeah, give it. I don't know anyone. Pompey or something. I don't know. Strasbourg. I don't know. Something like that. You know.
Here's jokes. What do you lot think of the Endrick Real Madrid deal? If it's true, Real Madrid doing Real Madrid things and planning ahead for the future. This is why they're ahead of the curve. If they go and get him, Endrick. Actually, no, I'm thinking of Enzo. My bad. You're talking about the Brazilian attacking player they got. Yes, Real Madrid though planning ahead of the curve is what I would say. And to go and spend that amount of money on a 16-year-old. That means they rate him highly because I think Jesus said this. They went and they got Vinicius Jr. in similar fashion. I could be wrong there.
Yeah, they did. They bought him when he was like 16, I think, or 17, but he couldn't come immediately. So, because obviously the regulations in Spain, and then obviously joined them later.
So yeah, like I would say they're following a blueprint that has worked previously. So why would you not do that? So with Vinicius Jr. working, they're looking at Endrick and going, all right, if he gets anywhere near the level of Vinicius Jr., we're onto something. Rather than he turns 18, 19, and not that they'd be in a bidding war because Real Madrid normally go and get every player they want, but he might cost more. So they're like, all right, let's go and invest in him now. That's probably what it is. Like, go and invest in him now. But again, you lot continue to get your questions in. Members, this is your time as well. There's 44 of you lot locked in. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Don't forget as well, people, check out the latest trends.net, people. pardon me, www.thelatesttrends.net. Online designer clothing store, people, but it's designer clothing at cheaper prices. The link's underneath in the description on this video and every single live. I've just dropped the link in the chat as well, but it's online designer clothing store. You have men's wear on there, you have female wear on there, kids wear. Yo, we're 3 days away from Christmas. Treat yourself, treat your partner, treat your wife, treat your husband, treat your kid, treat your kids, treat me, treat one of us, people. So make sure you check it out. Let me actually drop the video on the screen as well. You can see it there. But like I said, www.thelatesttrends.net. Make sure you check out the website. Yeah, there you go, people. You can see the website on it. And go follow the Instagram as well. Go follow the Instagram. But yeah, latesttrends.net. You can see Armani, Dolce & Gabbana, D2, Prada, Stone Islands, Versace, Off-Whites, Palms, Angels. The list goes on. They've even got trainers on there as well. So go check out the website, www.thelatesttrends.net. Just go follow the least you lot can do. Go follow the Instagram for me. Let's go follow the Instagram and go say that Sarcasm City sent you as well. Yeah, go on, Surfer.
Dude, you could do this Christmas, man. See,
Malcolm, treat your mum as well. Malcolm, treat your mum. It's Mother's Day as well, people. So
yeah, man, you can treat your mum,
That's
dad,
right.
whoever. But yeah, go on.
Timo's not insulting anyone, by the way, when he says that. He's not being like a schoolyard. Treat your mum.
Yeah.
He's real good. I tell you, Jez is in dire need, man. If someone out there, if someone could get $3.95 together, $4.95, get a Tesco meal deal for Christmas, boxes, something like that.
Hey, I need
Hashtag pray for Jazz.
Pray for Jez.
know them Iron Peace hashtags, man. They might need them if I don't get it.
Do you want a bow around the Tesco's bag? You know, it'd be especially Christmas style. You know what I mean?
Tesco bars are 30 piece now.
Yeah.
Before yeah, that's outrageous. And to Steve says, Flawless, I'll buy you a Christmas gift or anyone on the panel. Let's do it. Now, don't worry about buying me a gift. If you want a gift, you know what you can do, Steve, if you want to do that. Gift out some subs to people in the chat. Gift out membership, sorry. If you want to do that, don't buy me nothing. As much as I appreciate it, I'm good. What you can do to help, gift out some memberships. That's what I'd say.
I need a Nintendo Switch. You want to buy me that?
Yeah. So gift that. I'm not gonna add Steve. As much as I appreciate it, yo, give them gifts to someone else. So for sure, man. This guy's a dickhead, in it. This guy sick and still a dickhead. But yeah, Steve, gift out memberships. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. But I appreciate it because I know you would actually buy me and the panel Christmas gifts. So salute to you. Yeah, that's all I'd say. And for everyone else, again, link for the memberships in the pinned comment. Also, how you lot can give us Christmas gifts is subscribe to the channel. Also, on top of that, make sure you go follow the Twitch, Sarcasm City TV. Also, on top of that, go subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. Make sure you do that. Link is underneath in the description for that as well. Yeah. No stress, Steve, man. Whenever you're ready, man. Flawless, in your opinion, who are the top 5 midfielders in history? Keane, Scholes, Vieira. That's 3. Makaleli. And David Silva. That'd be my 5. And that's no disrespect to Gerrard missing out, Lampard missing out, Petit missing out. Who else? Any of the greats, Yaya Toure, Kevin De Bruyne, they're probably all in the 6 to 10. Well, that's my 5.
I got one.
Is Vieira, Scholes, Keane, no order. Vieira, Scholes, Keane, Makaleli, David Silva, no order.
Yeah, go on. My one. I'm going to go. Makaleli, Lampard. Yeah. Sador.
Premier League, man. Premier League.
Oh, is it Premier League?
Yeah, he said Premier League. I know, man. How dare you don't pay attention, man? You know what I'm saying, Timo? Tell him again.
I'll tell him. Shut up, Timo.
Hey, Timo not paying attention.
Shut up. And, Makaleli, Lampard, Essien, Ballack, and
Mason Mount.
No, I'll be serious.
Where do you rank Mount though? At number 1, 2?
I rate him at 90 million. That's what I rate him at. It's all good. Lampard, Makaleli, Vieira. It's good. It's a good question. It says Vieira.
It's a tough
Keane.
question.
Keane. You know what's toughest? I'm trying to think. Keane, Vieira, Lampard, McCurdy. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. Xabi Alonso.
Xavi Alonso's a shout. Xavi Alonso's a great shout. It's a great shout. Great shout. Midfielders we deserve better. Midfielders we're talking about.
Yeah, midfielders. It's like now you have to like. Can you add wingers in there, or do you go in the attack? Or...
I would put wingers in attack.
You
know what I'm saying? Wingers in attack in there.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Yaya Toure, KDB, Fabregas is in there, but they're my sixth. They're probably in the 6 to 10.
You know my
6
thoughts
to
in
15
Yaya
bracket.
Toure, man. You know
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't put him top 5.
He's not. You know, I think his overall tenure in Premier League is so overrated. It's so overrated. He had a great 13-14 season, one of the best seasons I've ever seen in my life, right? Individually. Parts of 11-12. But in between that, the seasons where they didn't win, he wasn't that, because the team wasn't that good. So it's like, yeah, he was great during those 2 seasons, but the rest were just pretty mediocre to me, Where the others have got like longevity and had multiple great seasons. David Silva's the one who gets underrated a lot at Man City.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I think he's the most. I think he's the most underrated. I think he's City's best midfielder. I don't think it's the Beaver. I think he's City's best. Well, that's just me.
I think you can't. Obviously, you can't debate because De Bruyne is there, but for me, it's nah. I don't see De Bruyne over Silva still.
What's your 5 Jez? What are you saying?
I'll be real. I can't really say because I missed. Most of them guys that you guys mentioned, I haven't even seen them in the prime.
Yeah, so just go off the guys you've seen. Give us the year and then we know. So let's say from 2000. When you start watching Premier League, bro, like 2015, 13?
Nah, from like 10.
2021.
Wow.
Let's say from 2010, then it's from 20. So let's say the last 12 years.
This includes attacking midfield as well, right?
Yeah, we say 6, 8s, and 10s.
Okay. I think obviously Silva.
KDB is not clear of David Silva. That is outrageous in your City fan. KDB is not clear of David Silva. It's outrageous. Clear? No. Better, cool, but clear now.
KDB did his thing for City in the button. There's no chance for me. Like Silva as an individual, bro, put this guy into any system. Guy was balling, and I remember the stories how people used to say how like they doubted him because of his stature as a player as well. Like, come on, man, come on, technical abilities, man. Like, it's all I'm about. Okay, before attacking midfielders, I think Santi Cazorla deserves a shout to be there.
Okay,
you are Mata. Comic, I'm not crazy. No, I said Modric. Call me crazy.
Okay.
I would like to see. I would actually like to put in Moussa Dembele because, like, there's more of a bias thing. I generally, during the time that I was watching the Premier League, guy was cold in it. Like, love watching him. And the 5th is whoever, to be honest. I don't really have. I can't even really think of that many. Like, because usually when I do a list, I go based on achievements, and then I say the older ones. But I haven't watched these guys.
You put Kante in there.
Oh shit! I forgot about Kante, but Kante.
You're gonna forget players.
It's the midfielder. Well, yeah, Kante deserves to be then in there. Yeah, but then I put even higher than some of the other guys that you mentioned.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, there's actually so many when I think about it now. Yeah. Even during my time. Yeah. Kante is definitely in the 100%. That wasn't even in disrespect by anyone in the chat thinking. Just generally forget about it.
I tempt you Ruben Loftus-Cheek there, Jez.
Hey, speaking of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and someone that might pick him, Timo, top 5 midfielders in Premier League.
Don't worry about your credibility, mate. Just say how you really feel.
Very funny. I put Lampard in there. You fucking waste, man. I put Lampard in there.
I mean, you went there. I mean, don't get rid of
So Frank Lampard, that's a good shout. All right, we got one reasonable shout. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. It's 1 for 1 so
Yaya
far.
Toure.
Okay,
Who?
2. Cool. You said Yaya Toure. Cool.
Oh, I thought you said Colo for an instant.
Fabregas.
3. This is a good shout.
Yeah.
I would put David Silva as well in there.
There you go.
4.
It's got a good list.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a good list.
And
Conor Gallagher.
That's it. Essien.
See, that's a good
Fair.
list. That's a great list.
That's a good
That's
5.
a great list.
That's
That's a great list.
I'm actually surprised, Timo.
No
It's Chelsea
bullshit.
it's very Lewis-ish with the Chelsea orientation, but it's a very good 5.
No, but he's saying on onesies.
Up the Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's a good list.
Guys,
That's not-
This guy's like an action figure, yo, with his catchphrases, yo.
That's a good list, man.
This guy. What you saying,
All the
Lewis?
straight
Top-
up the Chelsea.
The top 5 midfielders in Premier League history, excluding Chelsea players. No Chelsea.
Excluding.
midfielders. Excluding no Chelsea players.
Ah, they're all
Only your
shit,
5 non-Chelsea. This guy.
Um,
Alright, put in
fine.
Chelsea players.
No
Go on.
Chelsea.
Nah, put in your Chelsea players. I want to hear what
Let's
Chelsea
go.
players will
Alright.
you rate. Let's see this.
Super Frank.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Steve Sidwell.
We're gonna put Scholesy in there. Big up Scholes.
Okay.
Even if he didn't rate our defense last season, but it's cool. Slippy G makes it in. Who else? Vieira and De Bruyne. I'll put De Bruyne.
Okay. It's a good 5. It's a good 5.
Man.
It's a good 5. Could Santi's Cazorla have been its top 5 midfielders convo if he didn't get injured? No. I think he could have.
Nah,
had
he
a
played
better
for
shot
Arsenal.
the 6 to 10. Yeah, he's like. I think he's you could argue top 20. Matt Letizia was more of an attacking player. I would class him as a midfielder. We deserve better. He's a striker. He's an old school. He's what we call today like a 10, but when they played, it was 4-4-2. He was playing in, even though he drifted, he wasn't a midfielder. That's what I'd say. Oh yeah, Santi Cazorla, to answer that, no.
Dennis
I don't think he
Bergkamp
could
is
have.
not a midfielder.
He's not a midfielder, Malcolm.
Jesus.
He's a striker.
He was a striker.
Even though he dropped off and did 10 things, he's a striker. He's a
Even
striker.
Timo knows Bergkamp's not a midfielder.
Nah, Malcolm's young, innit? You gotta allow him. He's young.
No.
To be fair, Timo tackles
No.
hefty still.
What do you mean young? Is he like 6?
No, when I say young, I'm sorry, like teenager, early 20s, isn't it?
No,
he
no
wasn't watching
excuse,
Bergkamp.
man. These guys go by numbers, stats. This generation, he should know where Dennis Bergkamp played. There's no excuse, man.
This guy, Malcolm,
You see Dennis Cup.
No, man, I like Malcolm, but you got to
You see
learn.
this guy in FIFA too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Damn.
Oh, is he on feet? Oh, yeah, the icon cards or whatever. It
Yeah,
is.
he's put as an attacker.
Yeah, centre forward, isn't he?
Yeah, he's.
Okay,
I
don't
know
play FIFA like
even
that.
before FIFA, I know him as a centre forward more than a 10.
Yeah, exactly. He's a centre forward. Yeah.
First, but yeah, he's a striker. So we don't. Yeah, like Letizia, Bergkamp, they're
Yeah,
strikers.
they're not part. Yeah, they're not part of that.
They're not midfielders. They don't
Yeah.
fall under that bracket. They don't. You don't get your final few questions in before we close out. What have we got coming up tomorrow as well? I'll be doing a Man United tomorrow.
Tune in, Timo, to hear him talk about Bruno.
Yeah, you'll hear my opinions on Bruno.
Yes. Let's hear Bruno
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, you'll hear what I'm saying because Timo. So yeah, that'll probably be 5 p.m. people, and then I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. I probably won't do one. I know I'll be. Oh yeah, you'll see me on Rance's stream as well, people. I'll be on Rance's Twitch at probably 7 p.m. It'll be 7 p.m. I'll be honest. Oh, that's why you will not get a watch along. But if it's earlier, then I'll do it. Big up Cam in the chat. You saying #free Cam. Are you in Twitter jail again? Jesus, you always
Locked up in
Twitter
the
jail.
AC penitentiary. Let's go.
Just yo, this guy always in Twitter jail, yo. Cam, you gotta relax with the language, man. Gotta realize too much. You gotta relax, man. Too
much Arsenal prop.
Too aggressive on this guy. Too aggressive on the socials and that. A lot of people say Scholes was overrated, long and sweet. Yeah, because people always hate on the goats. People always hate on the goats. Whether that's Scholes, if you type into YouTube right now, Michael Jordan was overrated, things are gonna pop up. If you type in right now and say Roger Federer was overrated, things are gonna pop up. If you type in right now, anyone, Ronaldinho was overrated, it's gonna. Eden Hazard was overrated. Whoever, of course, people gonna hate on and say Scholes was overrated. A lot of people as well who say that didn't watch him. That's the crazy part. You got 20-year-olds telling you that, and people who are 25 telling you Scholes was overrated. It's like, yo, you didn't watch, man. Just relax. Scholes, like, just listen to how everybody speaks about him. Not just one or two, how everybody speaks about him. All of the legends, all of the GOATs. It's not one or two saying, oh, he's good. Henry, man, himself. Our whole thing was, how do we stop Paul Scholes? He makes Manchester United tick. Zidane, how does it feel to be the best midfielder in the world? I don't know. Ask Paul Scholes. They drew straws when we played them in the final. The Barcelona players drew straws to get his shirt. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, but you know, I could go on. But yeah, Scholes was not overrated. And he changed his game. A lot of people don't know that Scholes was an attacking midfielder who used to get into the box and score goals. People don't know that. He also played in the 4-4-2 era. People don't know these things. Like, look, and how he adapted. How many players have we seen adapt their game? Because we've seen a certain Liverpool legend try to adapt his game, and man was slipping on halfway lines, costing his team Premier League titles.
Hey, it was raining on the day.
Yeah, I'm saying that was a dry day. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why it was raining, it was raining because of what's it called? Ryan's tears in the crowd. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Because he was there. Ryan was there.
It was raining. It was raining a tactical masterclass. That's what it was raining.
Yeah, it was a tactical masterclass by Mourinho. That was a Mourinho
by our
masterclass.
B team.
Shout out to Salah as well.
Thomas Callas in defence.
I like Callas.
Yeah.
Willian with the goal.
Schwarzer
Salah on the right.
Yeah, Salah on the right. Yeah. Schürrle. Yeah. Even Lampard was part of our B team that day.
And my top five again.
Big up Mark Schwarzer in goal as well. What a save,
no order. Scholes, Keane, Vieira. Did I say David Silva and Makelele? That was my five. No order, people. Scholes, Keane, Vieira, Makelele, and David Silva. Steve says 10 biggest clubs historically speaking outside of England. Real Madrid and Barcelona. Easy in there. That's 2.
AC Milan.
AC Milan 3. Inter Milan 4. I'd put in there. Yeah, I put AC in there. Bayern Munich 5. Ajax 6. Juventus 7. Yeah, I think that's fair. What would you say? Would you man say Dortmund?
Historically.
I think they would have been in the top
from a historic
20.
standpoint. Top 20. All right, so we got 7.
I think Dortmund would have been in the top 20 unless you can tell me like 3 other teams right now.
What are you saying about Benfica?
Benfica does have a big history.
I think Benfica would go in.
Benfica has a very big history.
Because they had Eusebio back in the day, didn't they?
That's what I mean, yeah.
And they used to actually win European trophies as well back in the day.
Yeah.
Benfica, yeah. We need 2 more.
Because I need to think.
Question. I think
CSK Moscow.
Yeah.
Because Dortmund do have a chance. That's why I said Dortmund, because they have a chance.
Dortmund has a show, but it's just I thought they're just bigger clubs that I could think of.
Did you say CSK Moscow?
Yeah, he said CSK Moscow. You trying to impress some Russian babes in it, clearly. You know what I'm saying? This guy.
Marseille. No.
Man said Marseille, only club in France with it.
Nah, but still.
I wouldn't put Marseille in the top 10. I wouldn't put any French side, I think, in the top 10 for me.
It's only like even with that only Champions League, I swear didn't want any other European trophy either. Must say, unless
we've got 8. So we said Juventus. So we've got AC Milan, we've got Inter Milan, we've got Juventus, we have Real Madrid, AC, Juve, Inter, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. That's 6.
Ajax
7. Did we say Benfica?
Benfica, yeah.
8. So we got 2 more.
Feyenoord in there. No.
Nah, then I would just throw in what's it called? I would just throw in
Who else is
Dortmund,
any other clubs we're missing? Yeah, we said Barca. We said Barcelona. They getting there. Is there any other clubs with 2 or more European cups we've not mentioned? Because if you have 2 or more European cups, you're in there. You have to. Be.
How many have Porto got? Is it just
I
one?
would put Porto in that as well, but how many?
I know.
How many?
I'm gonna check now.
Did we mention Chelsea? Or because Chelsea's a bit
No, it's outside of English, isn't it?
Outside.
outside. Oh,
Bro.
okay.
That would be big for England. Anyway,
If it's outside, then I would just put Dortmund in there.
That's why I said Dortmund. Because I think
Yeah,
Dortmund
because
have
I didn't know. I didn't because I wasn't looking at the screen there.
Are they historically big?
Porto, I'll put Porto in
outside
there.
of
As well.
England.
They're not particularly historically big, but then I don't include the England club. That I do think they can go into the top 10, to be honest. Because then I would have put obviously United, Chelsea, Liverpool in the.
Yeah.
What are we based
That's
in?
why I said Dortmund top 20. What team?
Are we based
Hey,
on?
are we saying? I'm just having a look here. Celtic.
Yeah, but it's that's how they.
Yeah, Celtic is outside of England.
Yeah, also England. Yeah.
It's in Scotland.
Geography strikes again.
It's the United Kingdom, bro.
Yeah, but
Yes, but it's outside of England. Celtic are not an English side. They are in Scotland. Scotland is not England. You know how you know this? Because what if one's called Scotland and one's called England is not the same country. Jesus Christ, yo.
He didn't say outside of the UK.
I'm with you, man. I need to get myself drug tested too.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? We need class A testing. Like, marijuana is all right, but whatever you lot be on is different.
Those minerals. Stop drinking them, man.
Dortmund to me get in. Because Dortmund are one of the few sides who actually have a European Cup.
Yeah, they do. Is it crazy to say what's it called? Is there any Argentina or Brazil side that maybe gets done in the
Boca Juniors?
Maybe
Nah,
Boca.
it wouldn't even be
because he
Boca.
didn't say outside of England.
River Plate.
Yeah,
he
River Plate.
didn't restrict it to Europe. He just said outside of England.
Because I know River Plate has a big history.
Yeah, River Plate.
Yeah, I'm saying Celtic. I think Celtic are.
I just don't know Celtic's history like that, innit? But you probably obviously more known about it.
Yeah, they don't have a European Cup, which actually, yeah, they do actually. They have a European Cup in the 60s. And I know they was a big team back in them times.
They're the first
As were
British side
Benfica.
to win it, I think. They're the first British
Yeah,
side
Benfica.
to win it.
Or where did they first? Yeah, I'm having a look here. Yeah, you're right. They were. Benfica got 2.
Oh, Benfica definitely in it then. We
because Benfica won the European Cups, and obviously the guy cursed them, where like they're not supposed to win one in like 100 years.
Benfica got 2 and certain people got 0 who we put in this. Feyenoord have 1. Ajax have... Right, Ajax got 4 in total. They won 3 in the 70s as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So having a look.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hamburg had 1. Jesus.
Yeah, they beat Fulham, didn't they?
No.
Would you say Leeds?
don't have one.
No,
No,
would you say
don't have
Leeds?
one.
Not Leeds, sorry. Wouldn't you just say then Aston Villa, maybe?
Yeah,
That's outside of England.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
Guys, let me just.
It's not even. It's not. I forgot the question. It's not even geography.
Outside of England, guys.
You know what? It's not a geography thing. My eyes are just blind, man. Fuck it.
Outside of England. Yeah. Well, we have said outside of England like 28 times. So,
hey, you might need to say like. You might need to say like cover missed chances this season, man. 29 maybe next time. Yeah. I'll probably forget it.
Yeah.
I think we got 10.
Yeah.
Because we got AC, Inter, Juventus, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Benfica, Celtic, Ajax. That's 9. Yeah, that's 9. Nah, Celtic is bigger than Marseille. Marseille don't have no European history like that. I know they've won it once, but Celtic were like in the last stages. I know the biggest team in their country. That's a good question, though. But we got to 9.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe you put one of a club in from Brazil or Argentina, because in Brazil you have Santos.
The only thing I put Argentina probably River Plate. I was thinking Boca Juniors, but River Plate goes in there.
Hey, Jez.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this Zubi Mendy?
Super Melly, who?
I don't know.
Uh,
Chelsea. Chelsea is a Sociedad.
which club?
Is it Sociedad or something? Real Sociedad?
Oh, Super Mendy, yeah. Midfielder for them. It's a midfielder.
Is it a midfielder? Okay.
Yeah, it's a midfielder, yeah. Like,
Right.
plays kind of like DM, like.
All right. Just listening to
But
I've never
I
seen him before.
I haven't really watched him like that though. Like I know he just gets a lot of hype on Twitter, but I can't really confirm if he's actually good.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
But the guy, the Brazilian youth, I actually watched some highlights of him the other day. Like, looks promising. These could be a good signing, but I don't think he would get into your like first team like that. I think they get into the academy or something.
Yeah.
Or might get loaned out in a like. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's tough. That's like saying Manchester City are the biggest team in England and Manchester United are behind them. No, because City don't have what United have.
And then even still, they're like, even still, they don't even have like enough of the English trophies as well.
Huh? They're behind us in everything. Whereas I don't know what I know. Celtic, like I think they got hella league titles. I think they both have. Yeah,
they got they got over like 50 league titles or something.
Yeah,
like
I'm not sure about who's the team you mentioned. Marseille. I don't know how many. I must say the most in terms of league on titles.
I have no
I legit
idea.
don't know. Yeah, I just wouldn't class Marseille, but that's probably because where I'm at and we're closer to Scotland.
I think Lyon has the most.
Is Lyon? Yeah,
I
say Marseille are the biggest team in France still.
Yeah,
it could be historically.
I think because of the Champions League. I think
that makes sense. When I say in Flamengo, because I don't have enough knowledge of the Brazilian and Argentinian and South American sides. I leave that to our South American correspondent Timo. You know what I'm saying? That's his domain. Isn't that right, Timo?
No, sorry, Son Etienne and Paris
Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
10 titles each.
That's what I'm saying. So they got 10 titles each. League Coupe de France is probably what PSG with the most.
Fuck Coupe de France.
Hey. Wait until you get. I can't wait till you get a French babes. You know. Can't wait till that French chick pops up from nowhere, whether it's in the chat, whether it's and you just hyping up.
If we beat Dortmund and then we drew PSG, I'm pull over in Paris, 100%.
And she supports a team like Angus and making it to the final of the Coupe de France.
in the quarters, which I don't want to, I'll pull over in Paris.
Yeah, that's not what we said. We know we're
going
to
pull up. I can't wait till Eleanor names her favourite French team. You'll be all over that. When you're like a rash, you'll be over.
Ironically, the team's name is
let's go.
She, you know what she told me though, that the Coupe de France is her favorite domestic cup competition.
Yeah, she did say.
Yeah, you don't want to shit on it now, innit? Yeah, you shit up in it. You know what I'm saying?
She did say it.
She said that. This guy just said.
She said it.
That's
reevaluating life, bro.
You done it now,
This guy did that big gulp.
Someone send Eleanor that clip where he said "fuck the Coupe de France." Someone send her that directly.
You put the shade in your camera off. That's what you're about to do. Yeah, we see.
Especially the clip where we were talking about Pochettino and Sport.
Yeah, this guy got had a mouth when she's not around. You know, it's got bears.
This guy's putting on shades and throwing shade at the cup at the same time.
Yeah, man.
This guy.
Guys, no respect for the game.
Symmetry, poetry in motion. That's what that is.
You lot get your final couple questions in, and we're gonna close out because we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Somebody asked me about the worst forward in Premier League history.
Okay, get to it. Well, who's the worst forward in Premier League history?
I don't know, but the last 5 years he's worn a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, but it's only here for 1 season. I will not put him in there.
Oh
no.
You lot continue. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Oh, Vincent Janssen, ages.
Vincent Janssen.
No, yes. Roberto Soldado.
Soldado and Kudu. Jesus Christ! Like these are scraps of the scraps. Like, see, Havertz, the guys like Havertz at least has a Champions League. Like,
who was that Brazilian you signed last year?
Havertz.
Carlos Vinicius.
How good was he? Was he good?
To be fair, he was actually good for us in the Europa League. Chelsea just didn't want to play him in the Premier League whatsoever.
No.
So I wouldn't even like Vincent Janssen and Kudo. Them two, they were much worse than him. Like he was actually decent.
How about David Ngog? Remember David Ngog for Liverpool?
I heard that name before, but which year was that? When they signed him?
Oh, it's like 2010, 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty much news.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't probably knew.
Vincent Sanogo. I think Timo said Vincent Sanogo.
Josie Altidore.
Oh, Jose Altidore. Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty bad, wasn't he? USA merchant, that's what he is.
I don't know if Lewis knows this. Kessman.
No, I'm not having Kesman on that list.
Yeah, just for that penalty against Newcastle.
And he scored in a cup final against Liverpool for us. Not having that.
Big up Kesman.
Big up Kesman, man. Not having that.
Mitroglou from Fulham.
Who?
Mitroglou.
Mitchell, what?
Oh, Kevin Mitroglou, yeah.
Constantine.
I've heard of him.
The Greek guy did fuck all and they got relegated.
Really?
It was meant to be their big new signing to save them. Did fuck all.
True.
Victor Nichibi.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one in mind. Alves. Afonso Alves from Middlesbrough.
Oh yeah. But he's got a hat trick against he's got a hat trick against United and City or something like that.
I got an old one, Adi Akinbaye.
Oh man, Adi Akinbaye, he was awful.
But you know what? He was
an OG
he had
bum.
a square head, but a good attachment.
Adi Akinbaye, that is a shout. Adi Akinbaye.
This probably before.
I still watched him score at the bridge once.
I just read it like Ali Dia, if yours knows it.
Who?
Ali Dia.
Oh, you're talking about the Arsenal striker, the French guy, Ali Dia.
No, the Southampton guy who just faked his whole career.
Oh, George Ware cousin. George Ware cousin.
You never heard the story of Ali Dia?
No.
He was the guy who literally faked all hype around him to get a random contract at Southampton.
They signed Ali Dia and then they saw him play and they said, "Oh dear, that's what happened."
They subbed him on for fucking Matt Letizia and he never played again.
He was George Ware's cousin. Remember, he said he was George Ware's cousin. So he got signed. Graham Souness signed him.
Bro, if you ever have 10 minutes, just type in Ali Dia on YouTube and just watch the story.
Just out of my agenda for this guy, Jordan, are you? Worst Premier League striker of all time. I don't care. This is a purpose, a full agenda. I don't care. Like this is personal. This is like how I felt when they put the Tesco meters to 390. Like this is how angry I am. This is personal.
Oh my god.
That's why even bro, 65 I think days it was. With all the goals in the Premier League, goal or assist.
Jess, I got a name for you. Razia.
Who?
Razia.
Who you played for?
Razia. It was a Spurs player in 07. If you don't
yeah. I wasn't. I literally said earlier when you were on here saying that I only started watching from like 2010.
Adebayo wasn't a bad. It wasn't one.
No, Adebayo was. He had it. Compared to some like. Vince Janssen was way worse. Way worse. Like,
but Adam took he maybe not.
Yes, who's worse, Soldado or Janssen? Who's worse?
Janssen. I can't generally even remember. After his first season, I can't remember him playing ever again.
Yeah, Soldado was just a penalty merchant, but they treated Vincent Janssen like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Literally.
Well, yo, large.
Celebrate them goals.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Torres at Chelsea. Nah, man. Don't put
no, man, get Torres out of here, bruv.
Yeah.
Hey,
what we do?
They deserve bad. No. Let's not do this.
You watch your mouth.
Yeah, man. Respect Torres.
Respect Torres, man.
Respect him.
You watch your mouth. Yeah.
Hey, Havertz. Where do we put Havertz in these conversations?
You put him in the top 3.
Oh no! No way.
I don't know.
Say
Is he
you
a
got the
striker?
others, they didn't cost 72 mil.
Is he a striker? Is he a 10?
No, who's worse, Janssen or Havertz?
Havertz, Janssen cost less.
Yeah, Janssen.
Yeah,
made...
that's we didn't.
No, it's not even the cost. Janssen made Spurs worse. So I'm fine by that.
He actually did from.
Havertz made us so much better.
I'm just happy Kane wasn't. Imagine Kane had like a season-ending injury for like a whole year, and Janssen was our striker. We would have probably gotten like relegated. This whole body was.
And we'll end on this. Who are the 9 Dutch players to get at least 15 assists in the Premier League?
I'm going to guess here. Bergkamp
definitely one.
Not Memphis Depay.
Bergkamp, Overmars,
Robin.
Reckon Van Nistelrooy got 15. He was there a long time.
Yeah,
even though
he
didn't assist like that. Van Nistelrooy, we're going to say 4.
I'm trying to think of
Van Persie was here long enough, so I'll say Van Persie.
It's got to be one. Van Persie's got to be one.
Ruud Gullit.
Gullit 6. Ruud Gullit, that's a shout.
Dirk Kuyt.
3 more.
Yeah, I said Dirk Kuyt.
Yeah, we said
Dirk
Bergkamp.
Kuyt, yeah, Dirk Kuyt's a shout, actually. You're right.
Oh, Dirk Kuyt. Shout,
Dirk
7.
Mr. Reds a no. Okay.
That's it, Van Nistelrooy, no. All right, we'll keep going.
Ryan Babel.
Maybe.
It's a shout. Ryan Babel. Trying to think of more Dutch players.
I'm trying to think Dutch players now. It's going to be some obscure one we haven't thought about. Played for
Genie.
Yeah, at least try
Ronaldo, maybe.
Ronaldo. We'll say Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Let's see.
Daily Blind. We'll throw that one in there.
You said Falcao in the comments.
Falcao was not Dutch.
Yeah,
He's Colombian. I know the Sarcasm thing is definitely not the strong point.
Ronaldo, we got 2. Van
Bronckhorst.
We'll throw Bronckhorst, yeah. Come on, Steve, man. We've named Bear. You gotta tell us no or yes.
Yeah.
We've got 2. We've got 2 we've got 2 of the 9. We got 7 more.
Trying to think. Have we said 9?
Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart.
That's a good shout.
Van der Vaart.
Trying to think. You know what? I'm not trying to think of Dutch. I'm trying to think of the Dutch in the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the players like.
Yeah, Stanley's more defender.
Yeah, he's a center back. Yeah, he ain't going.
Nigel de Jong.
No, he's a defensive. He wouldn't have got 15 assists. De Jong. He was a.
Yeah, I said Van Persie. We deserve better.
Yeah.
There's another one from Liverpool outside of Dirk Kuyt.
We said Babel, didn't he? Babel.
We did say
Babel. Have they had another Dutch player?
Dutch player.
Nah, Van der Vaart's the only one I could think of.
I'm trying to think who was a bad Dutch player.
Hasselbank is a more forward, didn't he?
One of them played for Hull.
Nah, Hasselbank's a good shout.
Hasselbank. So we got 3. We got Ronaldo, Bergkamp, Van Persie. Come on, man, Steve. Babel, no. All right, you need to speed this up so we know where we're at. Overmars got to be in there. Overmars got to be in there.
Origi's Belgian.
It's Belgium. Geography is terrible.
Geography in this channel is fucking appalling. I swear to God.
Ironically, I actually failed that. That's what actually the only subject I failed in school.
Christ's sake.
Yeah, like we're the city of sarcasm. We definitely failed in geography.
Lord, yeah, no, we can tell we don't travel in this city, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but I'm surprised people can locate this city without geography.
There's no passport office in this city. I tell you, no one go.
Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
So Hasselbank, Van Persie,
Ronaldinho.
What about Overmars? What we saying about Overmars, Steve? That's got to be 5.
Just put the damn list on there, will you?
Yeah, drop us the list. Drop us the list now. We're now then drop us the list. I think we got at least 7 of the 9, which I'm happy with.
Yeah.
Liverpool. I don't remember Liverpool's team like that. I know they were no good.
Bolo Zenden.
Zenden?
No, Bolo Zenden. Yeah, Bolo Zenden actually is a show.
Yeah, fine, Zenden. There we go.
Yeah, we said Robin.
Yeah, Robin, we said.
Got one for.
He's probably typing it out right now.
Did we say Zenden?
We did.
Yeah.
So it's Bergkamp, Hasselbank, Kai, Mark Overmars, George Boateng, Robin, Wijnaldum, Zenden. So we got it. The only one we didn't get is George Boateng.
Yeah.
We named all the others.
Yeah.
As the street said for us, Boateng.
Yeah.
George.
We were never going to get Boateng. We got the rest though. Zenden, Wijnaldum, Robin, Overmars, Kai, Hasselbank, Bergkamp,
Van Persie.
I'll take that. 8 from 9. Well done, chat. Well done.
Well done,
chat.
Well done for the ones who actually said.
Malcolm.
Well done for the ones who actually said Dutch players as well.
Yeah. So big up everyone locked in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, we're back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Man them United podcast, people. Man them. Keep an eye on that upcoming live stream schedule though, because it is subject to change. So I got some Christmas shit to do, but here we are. Jez, anything you want to add before we close out?
Obviously, make sure tune in for the stuff that is gonna be coming up on the channel. Check out the schedule, like and subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next stream.
You don't know, Surfer.
Just turn your notifications on. You know what I mean?
There you go.
For YouTube and Twitch, because these guys did Agenda FC on Lewis's channel yesterday, and I hadn't subscribed to that. I didn't turn my notifications on.
Let's go.
I was waiting for it to start on Sarcasm TV. Yeah. So it was about 20 minutes late or something for that stream. So turn your notifications on. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Timo.
Just guys, subscribe for Lewis and Winter Surfer as well, and happy Mother's Day, people.
What?
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day today, man. 22nd December.
Oh, in Indonesia.
What?
Yeah. Mother's Day.
Cool.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, happy Mother's Day in Indonesia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Mama Timo.
Mother's Day everywhere, man. Today. Yeah.
That's right. You know what?
Big up Mrs. Werner.
That's beautiful. Say that again. That was beautiful. Say that again, Timo.
And don't forget, guys, Mr. Christmas Day.
I'm being serious. Say the Mother's Day thing again.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
It's Mother's Day everywhere, right? Every day or something.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
You're beautiful, man. You should be a poet.
And don't forget, lads, we're one game behind the Warriors, so we'll be all right. We're gonna be ahead by the Warriors.
The Warriors.
Just don't have to hope, man. I know it's Christmas. I know it's the Christmas spirit going on, but like,
are you still going to be 500 by Sunday? You said we're 500 by Sunday.
Yeah, over 500 by Sunday, man. Come on.
Yeah, shut up, man.
Yo, Lewis, my brother. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, we're still your rightful world champions. Big up everybody. Up the Chelsea. Merry Christmas. And yeah, hold tight to your loved ones, because after that, Chelsea's coming back and everything's going downhill. So yeah, enjoy the holidays. Up the Chelsea.
Pray for the Mandem.
Yeah, pray for me.
Big up to everyone who's locked in. Do not pray for the Chelsea lot, because when United were in them, they weren't praying for me and praying for us. So, respect for them.
Everyone popped into your stream today to say big up and everything.
Yeah, and then we went 1-0 up, and then what was your next comment?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll jog your memory, my brother. Innit? It was TV off. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I couldn't have said that. I didn't even have it on.
Yeah.
These guys can pray for what they want to pray for.
I know, you can't fuck all that, because when I was in the trenches, people, there weren't no pray for United, pray for flawless. It was hella laughs and jokes. But now there ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. So you know what? It's John Chelsea's device, people. And we will be doing Chelsea watch-alongs, people. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea watch-alongs will be right here in the Premier League, in the Champions League. Me and Jez will be here for them Chelsea watch-alongs. Do not worry about that. What you say, Surfer?
Jez is right. You're evil, man. Pure evil, man.
How am I evil? By providing content for the people?
No, you're evil, bro.
Do all the people want to see Chelsea content with Chelsea content creators and Chelsea watch-alongs?
They don't want to see it, man.
They do. Hey, chat, let us know before we go. Do you want Sarcasm City TV to continue to bring you Chelsea watch-alongs? So that's Premier League,
if you say yes,
Champions League, and FA Cup.
I'll block you. If you say yes, I'll block you.
I'll unblock you, people. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Damn. He
Don't
damn,
worry
he
about
won
it.
up
I
me.
got you.
Damn.
This is democracy over here, people.
No, it's
Unless it's
not.
Ryan, and then you've got no say. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else has a say.
When did this
Yeah, if
change?
you say yes, you're a Ryan.
Yeah, unless it's Ryan who has no say whatsoever. We don't care what he's
Afcon, right?
Yeah, or
Sarcasm
Afcon
City's
Ryan. Yeah.
Sarcasm City's a dictatorship. That's why I moved there.
But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in, and this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Big up Malcolm says Chelsea content, give me a hell yeah, 100%. But this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
Mount out.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Minerals shit.